T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Yes, people, we are back. Apologies, we are late, but we are here. We are finally here.
My fault. I'll take the blame.
We are finally here, people. So no worry about.
Sitting there patiently waiting.
I was.
But
no, listen. It happens, isn't it? The main thing is we're here. Apologies as well, people. Obviously, the Monday night show. Obviously, we understand it was New Year's. So we did say we'd move it to Wednesday. So this is your Monday night show on a Wednesday. So you know what time it is already.
We had to just quickly beat up Newcastle, bro. Remember?
Obviously, that as well. I mean, come on, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Listen, big up everybody in the chat. Big up everyone that's watching. Like, share, and subscribe. All that good stuff. It really helps and supports the channel. But yeah, man, it's a Wednesday night show instead of a Monday. And we're here to talk about in fact, I've got a few topics on the agenda for today. So yeah, man, it should be a good show. Drift. Should we get straight into it? Shall we? I mean, we're top of the league, so really and truly, everything we talk about should be kind of all positive, right?
All right, let's get the small stuff out of the way first, then, innit?
What's that?
Let's get the small stuff out of the way. Let's get this in first.
Oh,
let's get the small stuff out of the way, then we can move on to the bigger topic.
Shall I surprise you with something else as well? Pause.
Go on,
oh,
hold on. I haven't seen this one. What's this one?
I know. This is the away kit. Bang, home kit. Oh!
Do you know what, though? I'm not too fond of the home kit. If I'm
1920 vibes. This what says to me. Remember 1920?
Yeah. I think they're trying to do the remix of the kit we won the league in.
Yeah.
But I don't like the collar.
All right, so the collar, it's hard to because it's a mock-up, obviously. Big up, what's his name? Big up LFC ZN11. He actually worked alongside football headlines, I think they're called. They normally get the leaks first for the kits, and these mock-ups are almost like 90% accurate in terms of the information they've been given on these new kits. And there's even pictures as well, I believe, of one of the kits. I was trying to find it actually while I was just sorting out a few things, but I couldn't find it. But I've seen a picture of the actual kit, like the home top. Hold on, I think I might have it here actually, as I say that. Hold on, let me see. Well, what's people saying in the chat today? Like these kits? Are they unhappy? Which one is their favorite? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because I'm not gonna lie. These kits are kind of different. What's your favorite one so far, Drift?
Of that black or dark grey away kit?
But you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the same. Ain't that from the 1920, the New Balance one? Again.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They might get my money for that one still.
It's like a remix.
I'm not gonna lie. I do love black kits. There's something that just makes them look more like, I don't know, like you remember I bought Ali's goalkeeper kit when it was the black and gold.
The black kits they're different. They are different.
Yeah, the black kits they're just cold. But yeah, go back to the third one again, bro. Put the one with McAllister wearing it, because that's the one.
Yeah. We got their ones.
Bro, look at that, bro. that kit is cold, bro.
No, it is.
That
It
kit
is.
is cold. I really do hope these are real.
I'm gonna
'cause
be
that
real.
kit is getting purchased, bro.
100%. Do you know what? This one's starting to grow because apparently this is supposed to be the third kit. Yeah, the away kit is supposed to be this one, where Nike have actually on purpose done that to the Nike logo. See how it's pointing up?
Oh, okay.
They've actually done that on purpose. Reportedly, that's what it's going to look like. It's either going to be one of them ones where we all look at it and go, "Do you know what? It's kind of different," or we're going to look at it and go, "Oh, why did Nike do that?" I won't be like, I can't tell yet. It's weird. Like, even though I can see it,
This kit's nice. I like this kit. But
I
the
like the
black
white
kit's the
kit.
best
Yeah.
one out of all of them, yeah. But it's the collar on the home one. I don't like that
On this
collar
one.
on the home one. Yeah, it's the collar I'm not
Let me see if
feeling.
I can get a few. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Right, what's this now? Let me know if you can see this. Hold on. Can you see that? That apparently is from the home kit. And let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. 1 sec. Let me see if man can. Hold on. Look what they've done to the badge. Can you see where I'm putting the cursor? Like underneath the
They'll put "You'll never walk alone" behind the thing.
The lava bird. So they messed around with that. Do you know what? Some people will like it, some people won't. Some people say it needs to be a little bit modernized, but some people will say you shouldn't really mess around with that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give me one second. I can still hear you. 1 second.
Yeah. I see people in the chat. You're saying this disgusting. Not a fan of it. Nah, the home kit's meaty. Do you know what though? If you didn't see that badge part, would you be a fan of it? Is it the badge or is it the kit in general? Because if we're being real people, I would arguably say this home kit is very similar to the 1920. Yeah, I know you hate some people that hate the crest. Not many people like it. Not many people like it. I think listen. I think it will grow on us still. It does give me 1920 vibes. I'll be honest, people. It gives me 1920. Was keeping it about. I don't know about you lot, but I think it gives 1920 vibes still. So, but again, like we're never really happy. I mean, arguably, you could say this season's home kit is better, but then I would say the black kit of this reported third kit that's coming out next season is better than all the kits that we've released this season. And that white kit, I can't lie, where they've messed around with the night tick, that might be all right still. I can't lie, but the black kit is fire. But again, that's 1920 vibes. I literally feel like it's 1920. They just not ripped, but they're just redoing all 1920. Am I lying, people? So, yeah, big up Jamal. Yeah, I'm on there now, Jamal. Football headlines. Yeah, just on there now. Still, let me see if they've got anything else on here. Because this is where they get a lot of this stuff early in it. See, they got all right, so that was in December, which means going forward, this is what they had in it, because I don't think there's anything else for Liverpool here. Yes, it would have been. Where is it? Trying to see if there's anything else. Yeah, we've seen that already. What else was there? Was there anything else for Liverpool? Also, you can see the Mac did a bit more detail in the Mac one still. And bigger LFC DZ11 again in collaboration with Footy Headlines. But no, this black kit looks fire, blood. It looks fire. Let me bring up the pictures again. McAllister. Might have been 1920 though. I think the home kit might grow on us, people. I could be wrong. It might not. We might look at it and be like, but it might though. You never know. You never know. Yeah, Jamal, I just went on to footy headlines. That was on their website where I was just looking a minute ago. No one likes the home kit, you know. It's kind of unanimous. You know what? Yeah, let's do a little voting thing. Put a 1 in the chat if you like the home kit. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't like the home kit. I think there's going to be a lot of 2s, you know. Big up Glasgow Red. Big up John. John likes the kit. Let me see how many 1s and 2s. So 1 means you like it. 2 means you don't like it. I'm seeing a few 1s still. There's always going to be one brother that's going to put 3. That means he's undecided. Man said NA. There's more 1s still. I can't lie. People are liking the home kit still. Yeah. All right then. It's so true. Don't be liked it till VVD models it. Facts. I think it will grow on us, people. Pause. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect, but I think we'll grow to like it, you know. I think we'll grow to like it still. And like I said, it's very similar to the 1920 kit, the kit that we won the Prem with. So boy, me not complete. And then obviously you got the away kit. So that was mainly positive. I would have said that was about a 70-30 vote. So in terms of for the away kit now, I'll put a 1 in the chat if you like the away kit, or a 2 in the chat if you're not feeling the away kit. Let me get your lots thing on this one. Because I quite like this away kit, you know, I'm going to be honest. It's kind of different.
Nah, the black one's the best one, though, G. It's definitely the black one. Definitely.
I'm seeing bare 1s, which means people like this kit, as I'm saying. The kit's all right, innit? It's different, bruv.
Let's just hope then. Let's hope that they're, you know what I mean?
I think it's cold. And then obviously, so basically in favor again, I'd even say that's an 80-20 vote. And last but not least, before I move on, put a 1 in the chat if you like this one, or a 2 in the chat if you don't like this. I'll be surprised if I see a 2. But
if
again,
I see a 2, I'll be very...
No, but it's not for everyone's liking, though. Some people might not just like black kits, though. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, yeah, they might not like it. So each of their own. But I just think black kits are the coldest, along with the traditional red.
Yeah, all ones. This gets cold.
Yeah, I see a lot of 1s. I was literally expecting not to see a 2. I think I might have saw 1, 2. But I don't know if that's for the previous kit. So I have to be fair in it. Might have to be fair. But there you go, people. That's apparently the kits for next season. Obviously, again, like these are mock-ups, but apparently the information given to the designer, these are 90% accurate. So don't be surprised if these are the kits. I think they are. I personally think they are. Footy headlines really, very rarely get it wrong when it comes to these kits. Information gets leaked very early. So, and it's always around this time as well. So always literally the start of the year, you find out about the kit for the new season. So kind of goes hand in hand. Right, with that being said, let's get into the serious part of the show. And there's only one place to start, really. We have to talk about the icon, the legend, the Egyptian, who wears number 11, who has 14 goals in the Premier League, joint top goal scorer with Erling Haaland, and has 8 assists. That is 22 goal contributions in 20 games. He is responsible, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, quote me if I'm wrong, people, for 50% of Liverpool's goals or something along those lines, which is absolutely insane. Mo Salah, excuse me, is showing once again he is the king of this Prem thing. Since 17-18, this man has walked into the league and just duppied everything. Anything Mo Salah can see, Mo Salah's like, I'll take that. I'll take that as well. The guy is hungry. People try to doubt him. People try to say it was a one-hit wonder. 1 year wonder. Then they say it's a 2 year wonder. Then it was 3 years. Unheard of stuff. This guy's breaking records. He, if I'm not mistaken, scored his 150th goal for Liverpool, or I think 150th and 151st goal for Liverpool in the Prem. That is an amazing achievement. Drift, I'm going to ask you this question, though. With everything that I've said about Mo Salah and how great he is, and how literally he stepped up when we needed him most, how are we going to deal with Mo at Afcon, bro? Because I think that's one of the biggest questions that I think we need to answer. So put away the, all the accolades for Mo for 1 second. Mo's gone now. He's gone Afcon. How do we negate that, fam?
See, this is a tough one, isn't it? Because you're never going to get a like-for-like replacement in the world, never mind somewhere within your own squad. So what you have to try and do is you have to try and change what it is that you do possibly during the time that he's gone. A bit of a tactical, strategic tweak, I think, is more what you should lean towards, rather than trying to keep on playing exactly the same way and then asking somebody to do what Mo does. Because we do favour playing down the right side of our pitch. It's, I don't know if it's by design or if it's by accident, or if it's just like it just is what it is. But Trent and Salah are the best attacking combination we have now that Mane and Robbo ain't a thing anymore. So what we've got to try and do, in my opinion, bro, is we've got to try and adapt to a different way of playing, as I said. So say, for example, we put Harvey Elliott out there, who I think is one of the #1 contenders to take his role while he's gone, right? Harvey Elliott doesn't play the same way that Mo does. So you can't say, Elliott, I want you to do this, this, and this the same way you would for Mo, because it's not going to work. So you have to slightly tweak what you're expecting from the player and how the setup of the... So, for example, one of the things that we're very good at doing, and it's quite predictable, you just can't do anything about it. Trent picks his head up when he's about to receive the ball, and he's got that whippage down the line pass that he does. And
But he can't do that if Harvey's there.
You can't do that with Harvey, bro.
And that's a main weapon,
And again, I think Harvey is a special talent. But another thing we can't do now that Harvey's playing instead of Mo, we can't do the Van Dijk or the Kwanzaa diag, 50-yard diag, because what's the point?
No, Johnny. All right, so here's what I will say. So I get what you mean. We would have to change quite a bit if Harvey Elliott, because they're different profile of player. Yeah, so like just how I look at it. So Harvey Elliott's kind of like his playing style, not like how good he is. His playing style is similar to like how Bernardo Silva would play the right wing when he used to play at Man City. So like obviously he's still got the jinky thing, can take people on, but he's more about movement with the ball when he's got the ball at his feet, and he'll obviously go into the center and look for a pass or whatever, or try and create an opening. Where Salah just mad direct all the time. Where Salah obviously would play on the right. That diag, that's more about, is Elliott sharp? It's not about necessarily about the pace. It's more about, does Elliott even have the mindset to even be there? Because you can be there, and we're not telling you to get the ball and take on like 3-4 people. What we're saying is just be there, collect the ball, and look at your options, and hopefully other people can catch up with play. However, like I just said, that's still a hope, though, because I just said hope people can catch up with play. Normally, when Mo does that run, he is the first person, hence why he's the outlet. Now we're gonna miss that outlet, and it's like that we can't underestimate how big of a disadvantage that is against us, because that outlet ball is always there. It's a money ball, basically. It's money. Van Dijk, like you said, Kwanzaa, especially Trent, in a different way, where Trent goes into like the deep line 6, and he will just look up, and Salah's already running, fam. What about if I give you another solution? You said Harvey Elliott, he's one of the leading contenders. What about Diaz?
Well, bro, I was kind of not laughed out the room, but I remember everybody looking at me sideways when I said, "Why don't we play Diaz on the right?" I
When did you
said this
say
a
that?
couple months back, and everybody was like looking at me like I was
Did you
crazy
say
or something.
Diaz?
Yeah, I said play Diaz on the right. I remember there was a time when we were linked during the
I know I said
summer.
Sobo. Did you say? I thought you said Sobo.
During the summer, there was a time when we were linked with somebody like Quaver or somebody who was a really good winger, and I think it might have been Mbappe actually. When we were having the conversations about Mbappe, and somebody was saying, but Mbappe plays on the left. And yeah, no, do you know what it was? It's coming back to me now. It was the conversation about would you swap Salah for Mbappe? And basically, it was around more of the like, it got to the point of the conversation where it was like, okay, well, because they're not like for like, because they're playing different areas in the field, what would you do then? Let's just say Salah did want to go and get the big paycheck. You had the money now, so you brought Mbappe in. What do you do
No,
with
we
the right
spoke about this the
side?
other day, no?
What do you do with the right side of the pitch?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, play Diaz there because everyone was like, well, then that's curtains to Diaz if we buy Mbappe. And I said, no, why don't you play Diaz on the right? And I got laughed out the room like, Diaz can't play right wing. What are you talking about?
No, I don't remember saying that. I remember I remember if you're talking about recently, I remember there was a conversation.
And I'm not even
And
I'm not even saying you and Cal.
no, I know. You
I
could talk
just
about the
mean
people.
like
Yeah,
the
the people.
community was
'Cause
just
I
like,
remember,
what are you
yeah.
talking about, bro?
Do you know
Diaz
what?
on the right.
So I remember saying literally a couple of days ago, I think it was a similar conversation, and I was like, yeah, that's it. I asked you the question, and I was like, I will put him. I was still if Salah to go take Mbappe, because remember I saying to you about Mbappe used to play right wing, and then I was talking about I was Mbappe on the right, it was them on the left. I think it was like Cavani through the middle or something, and I was like Mbappe can play there. So yeah, in terms of like the right hand side, Diaz I think could do a job, 100%. I think Javier can do a job. I even think if he wasn't injured, it's a shame. I think Sobo, and I know he's out of form, so we look at that and go, he's out of form, red tear. But if Sobo can get himself,
Sobo could have definitely done it.
that's what I'm saying, into a good place. I think Sobo could do the right wing thing.
And do you know what's even more annoying, bro?
Yeah.
I think Sobo's poor form is also correlating with the role he's being given in the team at the moment, which is a lot more defensive minded than it is attack minded. And what I hate about the fact that he's injured now is he would have been unleashed and he would have probably regained his form if he was allowed to play more attack minded. Because if he was on the right wing, he wouldn't be doing as much defensive work as he's being asked to do now when he's playing in the middle. Because you know what's crazy? I know this is a small tangent, so I apologize. I actually believe that Soboslai's role in the team, the more I'm looking at it, bro, and the more I'm analysing it, I think Sobo's role in the team is slowly morphing into Hendo's role in the team. But the difference is that because he's got so much better attacking attributes than Hendo, I think Klopp sees it as he can actually have like the best of both worlds. So he can get all the energy, all the endeavor, all the intelligence, all the ground coverage that he got with Henderson. But now he can also have danger from outside the box with shooting, better like kind of like forward thinking passing and more driving with the ball running. No, I'm being serious, bro.
No, what you're saying doesn't.
And that's
I'm
what
not
I think
disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm disappointed in Jurgen Klopp because.
No, but why though?
Let me say this to you. Henderson's role in that team for Liverpool works so well because that's who he is, and rightly so. Klopp trying to mold him into a Henderson would really
not mold him into Henderson. Mold him into the role of that right side.
The role that he's asked to do, I don't like that. I'll tell you why. Yes, it can work because it will give you stability, and I understand that, right? But if you've got a guy with that kind of attacking flair and know-how, and knowing that this guy's natural position pause is literally a 10. At Leipzig, when he came through, he was a 10. They play 4-2-2. Yeah, 4-2-2. He was the right or the left behind the striker. Oh, I understand for Hungary, he plays a slightly more deeper role, but sometimes does the wing thing as well, or midfield or wide midfield. However, you're kind of gonna like, what's the word I'd say? You're not gonna get the best out of the player, and we're seeing it because I know what you're saying about Morphy. You're right on the money because I can see it as well. It's just that what we're seeing is the results of this is what happens when you try and turn a player into something that you think he should be, but he's actually not. And I know some people say, Matt, yeah, but this is Klopp and look what he does and he performs miracles with rare. And I understand that. But we've also got to understand that Klopp is still a human being and he can get things wrong. And I just look at this one and go, Sobo, the reason why I was so gassed when we signed him is because you've got a guy over in Manchester who is all worldly. And from when I used to watch, even flipping when he was at Salzburg, yeah, when I found out about, I was like, who's this guy that does his knuckleball thing? And I saw how he plays. I was like, he's got tech, he's got athleticism, and he's got football IQ. I said to Carl, I was like, Carl, do you want to know something? It's going to sound mad, yeah? This guy that we're looking at, he could be our Kevin De Bruyne. He's got them kind of attributes. Bruv, people sleep on Kevin De Bruyne's athleticism, especially in his prime. Obviously, we know his technical ability is out of this world. And his footballing IQ is out of this world. Soboslai has all those traits. I'm not trying to say he's not at the level of KD. I'm just saying he has the traits. For
I disagree, you know,
bro.
Kevin De Bruyne's best attributes is passing, and Soboslai's passing can't even talk.
No.
In any
technical,
way,
no. But technical ability means a lot of things, though. Here's the thing, though. His passing, in my opinion, you're just seeing him at his worst. Sobo can pass, bro. Watch him for Hungary, yeah, and you will see this brother can pass.
Yeah, but not the way.
It's not KDB. No, I know. But then I would arguably say he's more of an athlete than KDB. He can cover ground faster. I think he's got a better shooting technique, but Kevin De Bruyne is more consistent. And that comes with experience as well, knowing when and what to do at that particular time. What I'm saying is this, though. My whole thing is, if you've got a player of that quality and you're going to go down that old rabbit hole of going, let me find a Henderson 2.0, fam, I don't want to hear that. But I understand that's what's happening. I just don't
but the wickedest thing is, I think you're looking at it from the wrong point of view. Klopp and Pep play completely different styles of play. And Kevin De Bruyne couldn't come to Liverpool and play how he does at City. He would have to do way more defending and way more running if he played.
Prime KDB could, bro. You see, obviously he's had
I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm saying he would have to do so much more running and defending at Liverpool than he does at City, that you would probably start to see his attacking prowess be slightly diminished even under Klopp. And not because Klopp's making him a worse player, because Klopp's asking him to do different things in the team. And the reason why I think you're thinking too much about what do we lose from Sobo in attack is because you want him to be what you saw him doing at Leipzig, right? And to be honest with you, I'm sure we all want to see what he was doing at Leipzig.
He's also a maverick type player as well.
If you deep this for a minute, yeah, Jurgen Klopp, it annoys a lot of people, especially Cal. I know Cal's not here to defend himself, but Cal gets annoyed a lot by the fact that Klopp will always buy a player, take him from whatever role he was doing in his last team, and totally change it. Cal's always like, can't you just buy a player who's already able to do what it is that you want instead of keep on changing players' roles, etc., etc. And to a degree, I understand exactly where Cal's coming from. But if you look at some of the greatest players that we've had under Klopp, Mane was a right winger, turned him into a left winger. Gini, yes, he did play central midfield for PSV, but essentially his best roles were number 10 for Holland, and he played on the wing for Newcastle. And at the end of his PSV career, before he went to Newcastle, he was playing on the wing as well. Klopp brought him in and made him a box-to-box 8, yeah? Then you've got the amount of times he shifted Henderson into different roles within the team. And now you're looking at what he's doing with Curtis Jones, who essentially was kind of lost a little bit because it was like, what is Jones? Is Jones a left winger or is he a number 10? Then you look what he's done with Elliott. You're like, what is Elliott? Is Elliott a number 10? Can he play 8? What's he do? And then you're looking at this situation we talk about now with Soboslai as well. And if you look at the players that I've been talking about before, because they've been with Liverpool longer, all of a sudden now you're looking at, you're like, I'm actually starting to understand exactly what he's trying to get from Elliot here. Oh my days, Jones is turning into an absolutely brilliant number 8. Not even one of the positions that we thought he could play. It was either, is he a left wing or is he a... Jurgen Klopp, bro, is an absolute genius at seeing an attribute in a player and changing that player into the way that he best thinks will suit the attributes.
But
so if this is what he thinks he's the best of Szoboszlai, if we've got to deal with some poor form from Soba while he's adjusting, I'm all for it, bro, because if it ends up meaning that he's a bad man at the end, remember, even Jota to an extent, Jota was a support striker. Now he can play number 9 because Klopp knows how to, like, you know, use the attributes.
The Jota one was kind of calm though, but but the Soba thing, I tell you why it's like, I tell you why I don't even think it's as much as what you're saying though. Sobo kind of been doing the same role since the start of the season. He's just lost confidence. His confidence has been no. Trust me. Yes, we've gone down to 10 men.
I think his role's changed a bit.
Bro, listen. What I'm gonna say. Yes, he's asked to do a little bit more running. Maybe if he had a different midfield partner and then maybe take on more responsibility in certain games. But some of the things that we're talking about, like we're saying different role, but like you saying, like, bro, he's passing, like. His passing, sometimes he can't even pass to Liverpool players like 10 yards ahead of him, and he'll skew the pass. You're like, bro, that's got nothing to do with Klopp's tactics. That's just you. That's just you.
Yeah. That's a him,
bro. This confidence thing, and I don't know if it's confidence because he's got that kind of aura about him, but you can tell something ain't quite right with him. I don't know what it is, and it seems like he overthinks everything, and he can't execute the basic things, and it's really, really jarring because at the start of the season, he was one of the players, one of the standouts. Remember, like, oh my days, look at this player that we have. And it's like, we can't even do the whole, like, oh, he's babysitting Trent, because Trent's been doing his thing, and normally it's a defender. And I understand the right midfielder does kind of get back and help and support, but he was doing that even at the start of the season as well. That hasn't changed either. So yes, his role, he may have taken on. In fact, you know what I'm going to say? This is what's so crazy. I think he had more responsibility at the start of the season, yeah, compared to what he has now, especially with an informed Curtis Jones, who obviously brings balance to the team. We'll talk about Jones, obviously, in the next segment. That's in a bit. But, like, Sobo, bro, I'm telling you, I understand the whole Henderson role that maybe Klopp's trying to do, and for all I know, yeah, it could really work. However, what I'm just a little bit worried about is we have such a special talent there. And I know a lot of people were sitting there and saying, like, oh, you know, his passes nowhere near Kevin De Bruyne's. I understand that. Listen, he's not even the best passer for Liverpool. That's Trent. And then you got Thiago. You got them two there that are way above everyone else. But what I'm saying is that his other attributes are so good. You just don't want to diminish them just because the system requires you to do X, Y, and Z. And I understand, like, for a system to what everyone needs to do their role. But I also feel like you need to kind of accommodate. And he's a talent that you accommodate. He's that good, in my opinion. Not good enough to be like, build the team around him, but he's good enough that you want him to flourish. And I feel like we're not, maybe we're doing a little bit too much of what he's been asked to do. I don't know.
But again, like I said, bro, because of the way we play and because we don't play with a number 10, I think Klopp's doing the best thing for Sobo to still be in the team by using what attributes he does have. And again, I think a lot of people do underestimate. I know we always talk about the Premier League in your first season, and sometimes maybe people make a bit too much of a big deal about it. But I also, at the same time, do think it does take a lot to get used to the pace of the Premier League. And if you look at how well Sobo started, it could also be an element of fatigue. Now, I don't mean fatigue like he's done for the season, but you know, just you know what, like it might have been a bit much for him because he's fit, because he's a physical specimen. He could keep up with it, but you know, it will take its toll though when your body's not used to it. Do you get what I mean? So maybe eventually his body will be able to catch up with him. And then, you know, he'll be able to get back to his best. Because you're right, it looks like a combination of tiredness and lack of confidence. the way he's playing. It looks like a combination of both, how he's playing at the moment. So, I mean, you flip it on the other side, the guy that I asked for the patience on, look how well he's playing now. He's going off to a tournament in Asia, and we're out here scratching our heads thinking what we're going to do while he's gone.
Oh, do you know what? When you said, I'm thinking, who's man talking about?
Long gone are the days of everybody talking about what's this guy do?
Endo's doing his role, bro. But
you
listen,
know what?
He stepped up. He had to step up.
He took a couple of weeks longer than it took Flacco, but look, it looks like he's caught up with what the pace of the Premier League is like.
I wouldn't say a couple, but Endo's definitely. You know what it is, yeah.
Well, it took Flacco until the beginning of November before he started to be able to like cope with the pace. I'd probably say it took Endo to maybe the end of November before he was able. So about a month longer.
I say, yeah. I can say beginning of December maybe.
So Endo, it took him about a month longer. We'll give him a blight because he's 5 years older than Flacco was when he got it. Flacco got it when he was 24, 25. And Endo's got here at 30. So we'll give him a blight. It took him a bit longer to adapt because he's an older guy. But look, Endo's got used to the rigors of the Premier League. And he's not even all the way there yet. He's probably got another 6 months of like truly getting used to the pace of the Premier League, but he's getting better at it. Maybe, we have to give a little bit more time for Sobo to regain. And Sobo's 22. You're not going to get consistency from a 22-year-old. It's very rare Lionel Messi's come along. People keep forgetting about that. Even the great Cristiano Ronaldo was not a consistent footballer at 22 years old. So, No,
Endo's done his thing, bro. I can't even lie. Like, I think it's like you said, it took longer than what I thought it would take for him to adapt. And I think, if I'm being honest, his level that he's playing at right now, he's playing at a level where you can't not say he shouldn't be in the starting 11. That's how well he's played. You know what? Plaudits to him, because he did get a lot of criticism from people like myself. But again, I did think at the time I was valid because I didn't think he was playing well enough. I don't think he was playing good enough. That's me being honest. I want the best for Liverpool. And the thing is, I've never said. Here's one thing I will say as well. This is for every Liverpool fan, by the way. You can maybe not like a player as much as others, but one thing you shouldn't do is disrespect them. Now, I don't think I've disrespected Endo. I've kind of sat there and gone, I don't think he's the guy and things like that, which I think is okay to say. But I think when I say that, I'm speaking about things like Nunes and Diaz. And I just think as fans, we do get caught up in the hype at times. We do get angry very quickly. It's football. It's emotional. We know how this thing works. We're all guilty of it. Drifters, I am cowards. But I just think, with the Endo thing, one thing I'm glad I didn't see is I didn't see, like, you see the online stuff? It didn't really get online abuse. It was just more like people just going, I ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to win anything with Endo kind of thing. And that's kind of all it was. So, and I'm glad, because sometimes when these things happen, it can really damage a player. AKA, I'm going to big him up because man know who his family and them thing there is Jadon Sancho. So, and he went through all of that stuff. So, which is horrible to see for any footballer. So big up Endo, man, because I will say this, he definitely persevered when he had people, even like myself, like I said, like that kind of was, I was harsh on him, but sometimes you have to be harsh. I wasn't disrespectful, I was just harsh. So there you go, people. There you go. There's an honest assessment of Endo. Yeah. All right, then. Someone said Drifty played it. We ain't got to play music all the time, people. You know, everyone's there. I said what I had to say, innit? I'm an honest person. Listen, I say it every streamer. I said I'm an honest person. If I get things wrong, I get things wrong. And the Endo thing, I have to say, and banner is cool, though. He's banner at times, isn't it? I've never disrespected him, though. Never. I don't do that to our players, bro. I don't disrespect them. I'll banter them, but I won't disrespect them. There's a difference, bro. Do you know what I mean? No, I might use unfair. Yeah, Sam, I'm sure you said some stuff, but okay. We'll see if Jamal can get those receipts. But yeah. You know what I want to talk about, though? I feel like this is some redemption arc for me, but what is this? We're going to speak about, what number is he? Number 17.
I see Demo in the chat. Demo, stand up.
We're going to talk about Curtis.
With you. All these Curtis Jones haters.
We're gonna
Shout
talk about
out to all the
Curtis.
Curtis Jones doubters, all the Curtis Jones haters. The fact that he wasn't just
Some of these
a
comments
brand
are.
new, shiny £80 million player from whatever. Because here's
But
what's crazy.
let me say this about Curtis. All right, so Curtis Jones now. Let's keep it a buck. He had the breakout season. I think it was 1920. 1920? No. What was the season he had drift? What 1920? It was the season after, innit?
What
The
you
season
mean when he
after
started to play?
when he kind of first came into the first team, and we thought, oh, okay, he could do something. Maybe he had like a spell in the team.
I think 1920.
It wasn't 1920. It must have been 2021.
No. I think 1920 might have been the season when he kind of like.
What year was it, people?
We saw that Klopp. We saw that Klopp was like having him around the first team. Like that was
No,
when
because
Klopp
we
was
won the
like,
league. It wasn't the season we won the league, though. That's
no,
why.
but he was still being included in squads and stuff the year we won the league. I'm sure he was.
I can't remember 1920 or 20.
And then
Yeah, it was 2021. It's the season after.
2021 was when he started to actually get proper game time.
But that's what I'm talking about. When he had like 10 games, when he played like 10 games in the Prem or something.
Yeah. But in 1920, he was in the squad though. That's when Klopp started to have him around the first team.
He's in the squad, but he didn't really contribute in that title with it. He didn't really do nothing.
No. He didn't concentrate in the title race.
But so basically what I'm saying is this. He's had another redemption arc because I'll be honest, I didn't think Curtis Jones was good enough for Liverpool. I have to keep it a buck. Then times there, I don't think he was good enough. I'm just being honest. I didn't think he was. Lo and behold, look what he's doing now. In fact, Curtis Jones is playing so well that I said maybe a month ago that the balance that he brings to the team is so important to how we play. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he's some absolute like world beater, but what I am saying is he's doing so well that at the start of this season, Curtis Jones was one of the players that we looked upon and went, Raj, you know what? He's here. He then obviously got the ban, then he got injured. And now, if I'm being honest, kind of probably upset the team balance. Have to keep it honest. Because Curtis Jones and Sobo were working well together. And I think, if I'm being honest as well, Curtis Jones has now turned himself into, I would say, a very key cog in that Liverpool midfield. I'm going to say this that you probably thought you would never hear me say. Curtis Jones, and I say Curtis Jones, could potentially be, in his own way, our new Genie Wijnaldum, in a way that he knits things together and keeps things simple. That is massive praise I'm giving to Curtis Jones because I didn't think he would be that type of player. I don't get me wrong, he's still not perfect. He's still got them times where you're like, bro, why did he pass the ball? But he's turning into a more decisive player. And if there's one thing about Genie Wijnaldum had all the ball attention in the world, but Genie Wijnaldum's footballing IQ was actually off the train. When you're from the Dutch school of football, normally more times than not, you're very, very clued up. And that's why Genie kind of set himself apart as well to go along with the athleticism and technical ability. Curtis Jones, obviously, if I'm not mistaken, is still only 22. He's improving all the time. Bro, you talk to me about Curtis Jones. I said what I have to say. You talk to me about Curtis Jones because that's your brother right there.
Bro, I'm just happy that this kid is actually showing everybody now what he's capable of. Being able to impart it into your game to the point where you're able to influence grown men football is always a little bit more difficult than I think people actually, give it credit for. Like, Jones has been in the squad since he was 18. So we was expecting big man things off of a teenager. And when people are saying things like he's not good enough, etc., I can understand poor performances can be frustrating. I do understand that. But talent is always there. Do you get what I mean? And this is the reason why, and you can actually back me on this, when everybody was grilling Gomez as an example, the reason why I was always still backing him is because his talent is great. So his form and his performances can fall off a cliff the way they did last season. But I won't give up on a player when I see the talent is there, because you can regain confidence and you can regain form. But talent is something that has to be in there. And with Jones, I always knew the talent was in there. For anybody who watched Jones when he used to play in the under-23s, when he was in the reserves and all that, he was balling out. I remember having a conversation with Cal 3-4 years ago, and I remember saying to him, Jones looks like he's a future Liverpool captain, and he looks like the type of player that will go so perfectly into our first team if he can continue to do what he does in the reserves. And I remember Cal's like, no, he is a bad man for the reserves. I totally get what you mean. And that's why me and Cal had that argument at that time when you were saying you think Trent, and me and Cal were saying we think Curtis would actually become a captain at Liverpool first, because we were watching what Curtis used to do when he captained the under-23s. And he was just on another level to all the other players, scoring hat-tricks in Champions League under-23 games and all sorts. Like, he was balling out. It's hard to get that transition into men's football with the pressure that comes with it, etc., etc. But I'm glad that Jones is now showing what the talent can do with the confidence can be behind it. He's still only 22. Like, people keep forgetting that he's still a young guy himself. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's naturally just maturing into the player that Klopp's asking him to be, because again, he's playing a different role. Where do you fit him in? I feel like he was a little bit lost for the first 2 seasons, maybe, of trying to find where is the best place for Jones. What's Jones best at, etc., etc. So, bro, I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm not here to do the I told you so's and all that. I just like feeling kind of the joy of the player fulfilling the potential that I saw that he had. So it's not even you said he was shit, you said this, you said that. It's just more of a, now you lot get where I'm coming from. You don't feel like what I was saying was so stupid now. Because I've said a lot of the time, I remember we had a conversation, I can't remember when it was now, it was probably a little while ago now. And I remember I said, you've got a lot of young players in England, and because they have like a bit of a stardom to them, like Saka, for example, or Foden, like, they get elevated. And don't get me wrong, both players are super talented. They get elevated. But then you get somebody like Curtis Jones, who I don't think is that much worse off than either of those two players in terms of the overall talent of the kid. But he doesn't have that stardom about him that they do. So if you ever even try and put him in a conversation with them, you'll get laughed out the room. What are you talking about, bro? But we're talking about true talent. I think he's part of the crop of the players because they all came through at similar ages, right? I think Foden's 23, Saka's 23, Jones is 22. So they're all part of a very similar crop of English players that have come through, you know what I mean, at a very similar time. Is he better than those two players? Right now, no, he's not better than those two players. But I still believe Liverpool can put him in a conversation with those players. If you're talking about gifted young players who've come through your academy, I believe Curtis can be in there. And you know I'm not just saying that for the sake of it, bro. I said this about 18 months ago and people said I was being crazy, but I said it. The kid is super talented. If he fulfills his potential,
talented. No, there's no denying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think with John, here was my thing on Jones though. I said that he's talented, but I just said, like, does he have like the mental strength and does he have like that footballing? Because the thing is, footballing IQ and not only that, the hard work. Don't get me wrong, Jones will work hard, like he'll press. I think he's one of the best players of the team now. But I always just said to myself, like, is he going to be one of them players where, like, when he's got the ball at his feet and, like, he's got time and space, he's magical. But then, like, if he's been forced into an action where he's got to make a split decision, is he the best at it? And that's one of the things that I still think he can get better at now. And I've always said that with Jones, his decision-making. I've always said this. Go back and look at the streams. I'm like, bro, his decision-making at times is what cost him, like, his starting place, so to speak, because he's got the talent, bro. But his decision making is what lets him down because he dwells on the ball a lot. It's like it's like when he gets the ball, it's like he thinks he's prime Neymar and just starts going on one. I said, bro, you got it. Just go.
You know what?
Do
you know where that comes from? It comes from being so much better than most of the other players when he was in the under-23s. Do you get what I mean? And he did have the ability to just get the ball.
Because you got to have arrogance.
Do you get what I'm saying?
All their man there, all the greatest dribblers and whatever, like from midfield, yeah, and I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, you got to have that arrogance. You got to have that arrogance. When you get the ball, you basically got to be like, ain't no one get the ball off me. You're mad. Look at Luka Modric, even when he was at Spurs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When Luka Modric got the ball, yeah, I kid you not, Luka Modric looked like he was walking. He was always at jogging speed, but you can't get the ball off him. But the tech was nuts. Man just protecting the ball all the time. Eden Hazard is another one as well. Eden Hazard probably one of the best over recent years, yeah. Bro, Eden Hazard was fake. The way he used to protect the ball was nuts, bro. A man's on this weaving thing all the time. Because you got to have that arrogance and be like, you ain't getting the ball off me. Jones has that, bro. We're not saying take that away from Jones. We're just saying, you see, when it comes to decision making, when you improve that, you're gonna ascend. You know the sayings, fam. He'll go Super Saiyan. He'll go straight from black hair to Super Saiyan God, fam. His decision making is so key in football, bro. You can have all the talent in the world, but it's one of them ones where, you know, like, I would give an example in a slightly different way. Titus Bramble have all the athletic attributes you can have as a defender, but his footballing IQ was a mess, fam. It was a mess.
Well, bro, he
can't
was
read
young
situations, don't know what to do at what time.
Remember,
these are the things that are important.
He was young as well.
Yeah.
When he first came into the team and he was 19, 20, 21, again, what you're saying about decision making, he was making wrong decisions. But again, you have to learn how to make the right decision in men's football. And he was a young player who also felt the pressure of being Scouse. Let's not get it twisted. That comes with its own extra added pressure. And then on top of that, knowing how good the players are around you, even if I have a good game, I might not be able to play the next game. Do you get what I mean? Because there's so many other good. Because remember, when he first came through, that was peak Hendo and Genie midfield. And it was like, Curtis is going to kind of struggle to get into this midfield. Then Thiago came. He's not going to play over Thiago. So it was like, he kind of knew how difficult it was for him to be able to get into the team. But now he's taken the ball by the horns, as they say. And the last 10 games of last season are very, very heavily upon Curtis Jones's good form. Like when we had that run of form that got us up into a top 4 race until the last couple games, and we went from maybe finishing in the conference to actually finishing 5th and getting the Europa League. A lot of that was to do with Curtis's form. Curtis really picked up form. Him playing well, and then Dred Trent moving into the inverted role were the 2 key components, in my opinion, as to why our form picked up and why we ended up having a good run at the end of the season. He took it into this season and he's flourishing. Look, I'm not saying that he hasn't got to do more, because he does. I'm not saying that he's the finished article, because he's not. But I just feel very happy and excited that he's starting to fulfill the potential that myself, Demo, and other people who knew how good he was. Now other people can see why we used to rate him. And do you know what I also love, bro? I love the fact he's totally shaken off the stigma of being a youth player, an academy player, and now he's just the first teamer. It's very difficult to go from being.
But there's another one. He's brethren, and that's what say. That's disrespectful to say brethren. His tag team partner, Harvey Elliott's another one. The project.
Yeah, no, but remember, we bought Harvey, even though it was very, very young.
No. That is, he was still seen. I mean, we still call him Project, but obviously that's his bands. But he's like Harvey Elliott kind of goes into that same category, because Harvey Elliott kind of did. We didn't really. Like, here's the thing: both of them are kind of number 10s by trade, and they've kind of adapted their games to suit in Liverpool's either midfield or Liverpool's front 3. They've had to really like learn their roles and understand where and what they need to do. Yeah. Bruv, Harvey Elliott, I'm not going to lie, bruv. Harvey Elliott, he's another one. He looks that little bit faster, but again, his decision-making has gone up. Bruv, Harvey Elliott's decision-making has gone up tenfold. If you watch Harvey Elliott as well, bruv, he hardly ever doesn't lose the ball, you know. He's got his passing. Harvey Elliott's passing is actually serious, you know.
Is Harvey even 20 yet? I don't even know if he's turned 20 yet, bro. Do you know how young he is?
How old is Harvey Elliott now?
Again, it's gonna take a little while for you to learn the decision-making part of the game, because that's all part of your growth. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got 2 very, very young.
Harvey Elliott's 20, you know. He's gonna be 21 in April.
Okay,
he's still a youth.
Yeah. But still, 20 is extremely young, isn't it? So
yeah.
I just think it's good that both players are getting into their roles. It's way better that, they're playing regularly. I'm just happy for the kid, man. I'm super happy for the kid, man. It takes a lot to become a first team Liverpool player. It takes a lot.
Agreed.
And Jones is a Liverpool first team player now. He's a very important part of what Klopp is doing in the 2.0 team. And not only that, I just love the fact he is Scouse as well. Like, it always adds that little bit of extra. Do you know what I'm saying?
All right. So I hate to bring this up here, but there's been a couple of rumors. And I say a couple because it's not nothing for the major outlets, but I'm still going to speak on it because sometimes there's no smoke about fire. And I say reportedly, there is interest from Arsenal. Apparently, they've already spoken to Jones. Jones apparently was an Arsenal fan, and I think there was some stuff about it before. There's even like a quote or something as well, I want to say, where Jones was asked about who he used to support. This is
I don't believe that for a second.
No. No. But what if I told you this though? Curtis Jones was an Arsenal fan when he obviously was a kid. But obviously when you play for Liverpool, something that can change. Arsenal reportedly are interested in Mikel Arteta, really wants to take him next season. Do you think we have anything to worry about, or do you think this is just some joke thing? Because you know how football works, innit? And we have to understand as well, Jones, as like you said, he's kind of just getting into the first team now, but you wouldn't necessarily right now say definitively a mainstay. Because for all we know, in Klopp's mind, his first midfield three might be Endo, McAllister, and Sobo. And we might see Jones take on still that kind of rotational role rather than, take up more first team minutes, even as part of the first team squad. What's your thoughts on that, bro? Like, honestly.
I've got a message for Arsenal, and then I'll answer your question.
Anytime, you never know. Anytime when I want to try that pussy, on the dad, me not try to no man boy, but no boy couldn't do that pussy.
Right.
Don't get me joking, bro.
Now we've got the pleasantries out of the way. First of all, I don't believe, and again, I'm speculating here, and I know you shouldn't make assumptions, but I don't believe anybody grows up in Liverpool and has any other decision to make footballing wise except red or blue. So again, I'm making an assumption, but it's an educated assumption based on all the years of life experience I have as a Liverpool fan. If you grow up in Liverpool, you either support Everton or Liverpool. I've never heard anybody from Liverpool who wants to support a club outside of the city. I've never heard that before. So I don't believe until I see from the horse's mouth, I used to be an Arsenal fan. I don't believe that. Secondly, I've heard there's a little FFP situation going on with Arsenal. Not that they're in trouble, but they've spent a lot of money and they don't have that much money left. So that would suggest to me that them boy they can't afford Curtis Jones. Because if them man there want to pay 65 million for Kai Havertz.
I know, but all right.
Brother, how much do you think we want for Curtis if they pay 65 million?
All right, so here's what I was going to say. Because Jones is English and the Prem tax and their rivals, we would say arm and a leg. What I'm saying, though, is this, though. And again, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing devil's advocate today. That's all I'm doing. It's not what I believe. I'm just playing devil's advocate because you have to look at every situation and go, is there still a possibility, whether we like it or not? Let's say Jones doesn't get the first team football that he craves as much as he loves Liverpool. But let's say Arsenal were like, we're going to give you 150 grand a week. Yeah. 160 grand a week. We want you to be our left-sided eight. It hasn't wanted Kai Havertz. We'll worry about him. We'll sell him off to Germany, whatever. We'll get a bit of P for my man. Jones, we're going to negotiate with Liverpool. Liverpool's saying 60. Would you be worried? Or do you still think like Jones just even reject the move, but I ain't going nowhere? Or would you be like, do you know what? This is football. And even though this is something that you would hate to see, you just can't rule it out because football is football. We see some of the maddest transfers ever, bro. So I know what you're saying about like, remember, he's born in Liverpool, innit? He's from Toxteth, right? The area, is it Toxteth? Yeah, you say Fowler, we used to call him the Toxteth Terrier. I'm pretty sure Jones is from the same place, yeah? So I understand that. But football, money does talk. And what I'm saying is that if any player is unhappy with their playing time, I don't think it's going to happen, by the way. I'm just asking a question. Could you see Curtis Jones leaving for 60 mil, though, on a realistic level? Because I don't even know how many years he's got in his contract, but like, say Arsenal were just hell bent on like that's the player we want, and we want you to be playing next to Martin Odegaard, and Liverpool might not see him on that level. Do you think there's anything to worry about, or do you think we're still blessed anyway?
No, I don't. If there's one thing we know about FSG, as much as we have a lot of things about them that annoy us, one thing I love about them is that they're gangster. And they haven't been bullied once. Not once. I don't remember any time they've been here where we've been bullied out of a player. We might get to the point where we're like, all right, let's capitalize on the situation like we did with Sterling and like we did with Coutinho, but we've never been bullied and we've never felt like we're weak in the situation. But
every player has a price though, bro. All right, let me rephrase it. Curtis Jones ain't... Yeah, go on. Sorry.
FSG, first of all, bro, FSG hate Arsenal. No, I don't know if it was the Suarez thing that started it or if it was something happened before that. These men hate Arsenal so much, bro, that when Firmino and Flacco signed their new contracts, the time when they signed them before, there was a clause that said that the release clause was this amount.
I know, but not for Arsenal.
There is no release clause for Arsenal. That is how much JW Henry don't like Arsenal.
I'll go one better. JW Henry admitted on live TV, like how many years ago now, he knew about the clause in Suarez's contract.
And he still bossed up.
And he just said, bruh, you can pay the release clause and we're supposed to give him to you, but I'm still not going to let him go. And the thing is, if Arsenal took us to court, we probably would have lost. Because that's an official clause. But he said, I don't care. He was willing to die on that hill, blood. So I respect him for that, 100%. What I am saying is this, though, and this is for everybody in the chat. I don't want us to get caught up in what's happening now. I just also want us to be realistic. Curtis Jones isn't, right as things stand right now, a world-class player. He's a very, very good player that's coming into his own pause, and he's becoming a first-team mainstay in Liverpool's team. But every player has their price, bro. Let's say Liverpool like he's not for sale, and then Arsenal say no word of a lie. This is just an example. Arsenal bought Kai Havertz for 65. Let's say Arsenal say 75 because he's English as well, and we don't want to negotiate. What happens if Arsenal actually just like they do a madness? Like, because you can't, but this is football, you know. I know everyone sits there and say Arsenal, because let's be realistic, bro. Arsenal have never got money, but yet they're always one of the top spenders, bro. All this FFP thing, I'm not buying it, fam. I'm not buying it. I'm not.
Look, I don't know.
They might have never got money, but they're always like near the top of the window for
No,
fees,
but here's the thing that makes me think there might be some truth in this.
And they're in Champions League now, so.
The thing that makes me feel like there might be a little bit of truth in the FFP thing, bro, is they had to do a loan move to bring in Raya. Because apparently if they'd have bought Raya, it actually would have messed up FFP. So if they're that close to the line,
I think that was just
then that means in the summer they're probably only going to be able to buy one big player.
Right, bigger.
If they've only got the money for one big player, then they're not going to spend it on Jones. Do you get what I mean? So I don't even think Arsenal would be able to afford to offer us 70, 80 million or whatever for Jones. I don't. The only way they could get Jones is if Jones ran down his career, his contract, and then he went there for free. That's the only way that I think. Let
me check out his contract. Do you know when his contract expires, Jeff? Off the top of your head,
I don't, but I'm sure he signed a new contract not long before Gomez did, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, so I'm on Transfer Market. Okay, so his contract expired. Oh, so he's still got 3 years. So when it's the summer, he's still have 3 years. He's got 3.5 years right now because it expires in June 2027. So and transfer market having valued, and again, transfer market is not the be on end. It's not viable, but they've got him at 30 million euros, which I think right now, this is what I'm saying. I don't think that's true. Like, how can he be 30 million euros and he's English? For starters, because English tax is crazy, bro. All right, let me see how well the values hold up. I was going to type in Trent. Let me see what Trent's value is. What would you say Trent's value in the market is right now, Drift, realistically?
Trent will be about 120 M's.
So they're saying on transfer market, 7 million euros. That's why you can't trust transfer market. They're not fully always on the money, people. They're good, but they're not always, because that values don't make sense. Actually, that one might. Cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna meet you, Drift. That one might make sense actually. You know why? Trent's contract runs out. Ooh, Trent's contract runs out June 2025. Your people. I just realized, that one makes sense. Still, that one makes sense. That one make because Trent's valid. Bro, I didn't realize Trent's contract runs out next year. We gotta be on that, bruv. We gotta be on that. I mean, I've heard. I don't want to get people gassed. I don't want to say man like Matt exclusive, but I have heard they are in negotiations though. Trent and Liverpool. I just don't know what's happening with the negotiations. I don't know how well it's going. You're on mute, Drift. I just muted you, bro. You're on mute though. I'll mute you. I'll mute you. Yeah, Drift. I don't know if you know about this. Yeah, this is slightly worrying. Yeah. Bro, you know Trent's contract runs out in 2025 next year, bro.
I didn't know that, but I do remember it was quite a while ago when he did sign his new one, though.
And I said to the people, I do know they are in negotiations, and I'm not trying to do no exclusive thing. I'm not. I'm just saying from what I've heard. However, I don't know how well it's going or whatever. We need to get that sorted out, like tomorrow.
I can tell you right now. Yeah, you can quote me on this. Trent doesn't want to play for anybody in the world other than Liverpool.
Yeah, because he wants to be Liverpool's next captain after Van Dijk. I already know this though. And he will be.
We haven't got nothing to worry about.
No, but no. Let's not say that.
Contract could run out tomorrow, Matt, and I still wouldn't be worried, bro.
No, do you know what I will say? But he's still a human being. He needs to feel valued, and this is where you know what I'm gonna say. Let me ask you this quick question regarding Trent. I think Trent is on 180. That was his last extension. He's to 180. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think he should be getting?
I thought it was 170. Yeah, somewhere.
180. 180. What would you say he should be getting, in your opinion, for his next contract, realistically? And you got to think about the market. You got to think about what he's doing. You got to think about everything. What do you think he should be on, bro?
If we're taking into consideration marketability and all that kind of stuff as well, I'd say he deserves between 250 to 300.
He does, innit? He's bro.
Yeah, he does. 100%.
I think he's 25. Yeah, Trent is 25. Yeah, he is now in like the best part of his footballing career, where you're gonna get the best out of Trent. I think Trent should be on like between 250, 280, something like that, or between 250 and 300. I think he's that good, bro. And I know people will look at that. Some people might and go, but that's crazy. But you got to look at the market and look what, like, I know Salah's on 350. Is it 350? Salah's on 350?
Yeah, 350. Yeah.
And rightly so. Like Salah, talisman, icon, and all that stuff. But I wouldn't even be mad if Trent actually got to 300, you know. And that might sound like a massive jump, 180, 300. So maybe a little bit below, maybe 270, something like that. I think he deserves it, bro. He's 25. I think he's going to be new Liverpool captain once Van Dijk retires or whatever. Bro, I think Trent is the truth, bro. He's the truth.
Of course. And let's be honest, the marketability of Trent as a scouser in the town, it does add to what he can kind of, not demand, but, you know, it's one of them situations where he can lean on it a bit in negotiations. You get what I'm saying?
Jamrock, man, it's the Jamrock said, I'm glad Matt ain't negotiated. Jamrock is on 180, and I said maybe three's a bit of a stretch, so I would go like 280, 270. Now, I'm being honest, Jamrock, it's not I've got to look at what he could be earning elsewhere. We are Liverpool Football Club, and what we need to remember is this: we got to stop doing this whole, oh, if we can get him on these contracts that are like 220 and all that, bruv. Thiago's on 220, like, and you don't even play. Like, forget all of that. Trent is active.
No, bro. Saka is on 350.
No, he's not.
Matt, Saka,
No, he's not, bro.
Saka is on 350.
Saka's not on 3. I think he's on 300. I think.
Bro, Saka.
I'm gonna check now. He's not, bruv.
People, let Matt know. He's on 350.
He's not. Saka wages, blood. Let me see why I'm there. The first thing I've seen is 300,000. That was the first thing, but I don't know.
Bro,
Saka's new salary. Hold on.
Whatever it is that they put together.
Yeah, 300,000 a week, bro.
Bro, whatever it is they put together with bonuses or whatever it is, Saka takes home 350. So what I'm saying is, if Saka can earn that much, then Trent deserves to earn that much. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But this is what I'm trying to say to Jamro. And again, I know we can't look at other players, Jamro, but it's only natural for other players to look at my man across North London and go, if he's earning that much, I know what I'm worth, innit? So that's why, like, you kind of on one hand have to keep the players happy, as well as trying to keep to the most suitable sum that you can actually pay. And if we're being honest, there's certain players you move that kind of needle for, so to speak. There's them special players. Salah special, Van Dijk is special, Trent is special, Alisson special. You know, like that, bro.
One thing I will say that Jamrock makes a good point on, though. Even though they did it to keep him there, Arsenal themselves might even sit back and be like, 350 might have been a bit much to give Saka still. But obviously at the time they were a bit panicky because they knew he was one of the key people they needed to keep around in the team, innit?
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's got something to do with it, bro. You know what? Benz has made a good point as well. Living in London is twice as expensive as Liverpool, so maybe players who play for London clubs can demand a bit more because their cost of living is harder as well. That is something that has to be.
But the cost of living affects everybody. But I hear what you're saying, though, because London is crazy.
No, but come on, if you live in London, it's more expensive than any other part of England, isn't it? So,
Jamrock, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I'm telling you now, Jamrock, if you think Trent is not asking for between 250 and 300, then you'll be surprised, bro. That's what I'm gonna say. Trent's on 180 right now. You think he's gonna ask for 250?
He definitely deserves it anyway.
He's not asking for that, Jamrock. He's not. That's that. I mean, again, and I'm not saying I'm Trent's agent, Jamrock. I just think if I'm being realistic, remember they're gonna ask for demands that they kind of also know that they might not even get anyway. That's leveraging in it. So.
Yeah, Jamrock's got a point. I bet Man United regret a lot of them ones.
Oh, yeah, but Man United are just a train wreck, bro.
No, but what I'm saying is maybe it's time to stop looking at these clubs in terms of how much they offer players because they do too much. They actually not.
Yeah, but Man United is just one bad example.
Stupid things.
But have you seen City? I mean, I don't want to go into City because I mean that's a whole nother how they afford their wages. But Haaland's wages aren't even what they are on paper. That's what I'm saying.
Look, do me a favor, Matt. Can you just quickly pull up how much wages Robbo's on at the moment, real quick for me, bro?
Robbo?
Yeah, just quickly pull up how much Robbo's on for me. Because one thing that I do like about a lot of the players that play for Liverpool is that they're not on astronomical wages, but they're in the top 3 player in their role or in their position in the Prem. And if you deep it, it's pretty cool that we don't have money-grabbing, money-hungry players in our team that are just like, I'm chasing the bag, I'm chasing the bag.
Where's Robbo's one? Where's Robbo's team?
Does anyone know how much Robbo's on? Football gossipers saying he's on 150, you think?
It's not telling me Robbo's on, you know? Oh, hold on. That's not right. They're saying 100 grand. That's not right.
Anyway, the point being,
But there's a
Robbo's on
lot
a
of
lot
them that's
less.
saying there's a
He's
lot of
on a
them that's
lot less than he
100
should
grand.
be.
Though.
It's the point that I'm making. Van Dijk is on less than he should be. Alisson is on less than he should be. And these are key players in our team.
No, I know. But
so
what
I don't necessarily think we have many money-hungry players at the club, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even necessarily. Maybe Jamrot's got a point. Maybe Trent would be all right with 210 or so. Do you know what I mean? Or 220. Like, he wouldn't even be like, "Wow, I want 300. I think I'm worth that."
Ali's on 180. I did see that before. Ali's on 180. Virgil's on 200.
Yeah, but Virgil should be on 350. Ali should be on 350. We're talking about the talent of the player and his importance to Liverpool. These men should all be.
No, what I'm saying. No. I know what, and this is what I'm saying, Drift. I don't know whether that can last forever. You know, like just giving players lower than probably what they really should be earning. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that. Maybe we can still do that. Maybe you and Jam have a point. What I'm saying is you have to find that middle ground, and I just feel like we're trying to keep. We have a very, very strict wage structure. Like the top players earn like between 180 to 2 something and whatever, and then you got the next bracket. What I'm saying is, there's going to be certain players like Trent. Trent's kind of just put himself into that Salah bracket, so to speak.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
To be honest with you,
Salah. Remember, Salah's on 350 and bonuses take him up to 400.
And
Salah's
for example,
well, fam.
Couple people have said, so why is Salah on 350? Well, I'll tell you why.
Because you have to.
No, I'll tell you why.
Yeah,
because Salah had image rights and all that kind of stuff, like merged in with what it is that we would be giving him. And people need to understand that Salah is the face of Arab football. Salah is the face of Muslim football. And he can command so much in terms of, let me give you an example. It was a while ago when somebody told me this, so don't quote me on the exact number. But apparently, 3 million people worldwide stopped watching the Liverpool versus Real Madrid final when Salah got injured, because they were only watching the game because of Salah. 3 million people, bro, as soon as he got injured, stopped watching the game around the world. Now, if you're telling me that is not what you call being one hell of a powerful individual, that literally people didn't think, oh, well, let's just see how the game goes. It's like, what, he's not playing anymore. I don't want to watch this anymore. Bro, Salah's he's on a different planet.
Yeah, but that's when because Salah, sorry, is literally the face of African football.
He's the face of the Premier League.
Yeah, and again, like and Islamic community as well, bro. Like Salah is the face of that. So again, like Salah's on another stratosphere when it comes to like.
This is what I'm saying.
What he actually represents in football. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I give you a little inside secret here. Maybe I shouldn't even be doing this, but me and Matt know a couple people that know a couple people that know a couple people, and sometimes Liverpool might go on little like meet and greets. Liverpool made £1 million for an hour meet and greet with Mo Salah. So all I'm saying is, all you got to do is let people know the man's showing up and charge them, and you can just make money, bro. So Salah is a bit of a different level. Like his marketability, what he brings back into the club financially, it's on a different stratosphere to most other people. So, you know what I mean? I think that's the reason why it wasn't even a big deal to give Mo that extra contract. He deserves it anyway, based on his performances. But there's so much more to it. He brings in so much revenue.
No, he does. So, he does. So that's what I'm saying. Salah's different. But yeah, just to quickly just end off the segment. In regards to Trent, I think we just got to get that contract sorted. I didn't realize it was 2025. We definitely have to like get him signed up. I would say by the summer latest. By the summer, you get that sorted. I think it will get sorted personally. And yeah, That's the future Liverpool captain right there, in my opinion. After Van Dijk. So,
by the way,
yeah,
on the
man.
captaincy thing, without going on a tangent, what I love is I was watching. I can't remember what I was watching. I think it
Hold
might have been,
on, Drift. I just
yeah.
thought of something. I think you got you got flowers today, and rightly so, for some of the takes that you said. Let me see if I'm gonna get my flowers. Not from you, by the way. This is from other people. This is from the chat. Do you remember when I was saying, yeah, Van Dijk should be the captain? And a lot of people didn't think he should be the captain, you know, because I said his performances, right. Look where we are now. Broski.
Yeah,
Van Dijk, bro.
he's been an exemplary captain. I agree.
His level. I said this as well. I said him being captain. I said like his importance will. Someone put fried chicken in the chat. I said this, and a lot of people were like, "Ah, man," and I understand that because at the time he wasn't playing at his standards. But I just thought to myself, do you know what though? This is a guy that he is the captain without being captain. And I was just like, right, you know what? Yeah, like he can do this thing. And listen, we're first for a reason. Obviously, there's so many like things that go into it, but like, right, Jamrock, Thorny Black Roses. Hey, Jamrock, you're bad, man, you know. But like, big up Goon and Lee in the chat. Also, I said Liverpool Lee. But Lee, I don't know whether the people are gonna accept you back. So I'm just saying, bro. You're my brother and that, but I don't know whether the people are gonna accept you, fam. But
one thing I will say, bro, I give you credit that you did say he would make the best captain. So like on a real kudos to you. But the one thing I will say though, I don't think Robbo or Salah would have been bad captains though. And
no, they wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have been. I never say, I agree.
The same level of season we're having if one of those two was the captain as well. Do you get? Because remember, that's who I thought were the two. Like I thought it was out of those two that we should have given it to either Mo or Robbo. Granted, Robbo's been injured for ages, so maybe it would have been.
We wouldn't have known that would have injured to Robbo. We don't know.
Like I still think Mo could have led the team, but no, Virgil's been an exemplary captain. You're right. But even what you're saying about the captaincy, which is what I was going to say, I think I was watching a Klopp interview. It might have been the one that he did with Ben Foster or somebody. He said there's a committee who are in charge of the players. So it's like a captain's committee almost. And in that committee is Alisson, Robbo, Salah, Virgil,
there's a committee thing. Yeah.
So those five are in like a committee.
There is. Yeah.
So they make a lot of decisions together anyway. So Mo and Robbo get their say anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
There's four. I think there's 4 or 5 captains for Liverpool like, as a whole in the team, innit? No, there's definitely a committee. But no, listen, I agree. It could have been Robbo. It could have been Salah or whatever. It even could have been Trent because I even said Trent next. I said after VVD be Trent. However, what I'm saying is this though, VVD. For the season that he had and for a lot of people that were writing him off, big up to VVD, man. Because when you go for an injury like that and then he had this... Because remember, when VVD had that injury, he came back and he was amazing. Because that was the quad chasing season. It's almost like nothing even happened. We're like, oh my gosh, VVD's pretty much the same. Remember, after how many months, we were like, he's the same. Then he had last season and he was just like, oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, the knee injury starting to affect him. And look at him this season. Absolutely instrumental to everything that we're doing this season. Big up to VVD and the guys, man. They're doing their thing, bro. Trust me.
So, Matt,
making us proud.
Is it slightly possible?
Yeah.
I was onto something when I said, even though I do think it's bad professionalism, if this is true, Virgil probably thought to himself, with nothing to play for, and I've had knee surgery in the last couple of years, why would I exert myself? Let's just chalk this season off and we go again next year. Is there not a possibility I was onto something? Because it did look a lot more like it was attitude with Virgil rather than it was anything else.
I think, if I'm being honest, I think he admitted in an interview that's the first time he's really, really faced adversity in his career in terms of like, even, especially when he's playing for his country, Netherlands, he was getting a lot of criticism, bro, from people who he thought he could trust. Criticizing him left, right, and center. People not really realizing what he's going through. Maybe he slightly did down tools, but I also feel like it was a confident issue with Virgil, and it might not seem like that because you look at him and go, nothing don't really affect this guy, but he's a human being, bro. You know what I'm trying to say? The man's he's human. He goes out to eat. He has a family. You know what I'm saying? Like he does his normal things in the day, whatever. But because people see him as VVD, it's almost like he's just perfect and like because it's the VVD that we were so used to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like this ain't right. So in my opinion, I do think you might have been onto something. He might have slightly down tools and thought, why am I breaking myself when I'm getting, you know, a lot of criticism and people are not rating what I'm doing. I think maybe there was an attitude problem with a lot of the players, to be fair. And I think maybe even with Jurgen Klopp, because let's keep it a buck. Jurgen Klopp just looked angry all the time, and rightly so because he was playing like garbage. But you could just tell there was something wrong in that squad last season. No one looked happy, bro. Nothing was going on. Nothing was going on.
The number one thing that I hate about this world that we live in is that all people want to do is bring you down. There's a saying that says, we only build people up so we can tear them down.
Yeah.
Everybody is so quick to be ready to tear you down.
100.
Van Dijk reached a level that was so monumental that people, it ate them alive that he was this good. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it ate them alive, but there was the jealousy, the envy, that you could feel it coming through the screen. You could feel it in the streets. You could feel it in the stadium. Van Dijk was so good. People were just out of their mind. They were telling us we couldn't put this guy in conversations with people like Vidic. And we were asking questions, why? What on earth has Vidic got as a player, ability-wise, why you think we can't? He won all these Premier League. We're not talking about achievements
as a team, yeah. We're talking about individual, as an individual.
We're talking about as an individual. Van Dijk can talk to anybody.
Rio said it. Big up Rio. Big up Rio. Big up Joel. Big up everyone else on Rio's 5 Live. Big up. What's the other guy's name? Is it Steve? I think it's Steve. Is it Steve? I don't want to disrespect my man. I think it's Steve. On Rio's thing. We know Joel, innit? Joel's our brother. Rio. Yeah. I think it's Steve. I think Steve's other. Big up Steve. I think it's Steve. But even Rio said it. Rio kind of even said, like, he's been asked about this many a times. Obviously, Rio will always back himself in a debate. Yeah, Steve Housen, that's it. Yeah. Rio will always back himself and be like, you know, he would say like he's, no one, he could match with anybody. But you could see, even Rio would just be like, nah, Van Dijk, like, if there's anybody in a modern game that could play in any era, he was like, it's him. And bro, what used to annoy a lot of rivals is that from 17-18 to 19-20, in fact, right until he got injured, so about 3.5 years. You know, Virgil van Dijk was unanimously the best defender in the world, and it used to really gripe on our rivals. And they knew there was nothing that they could say. And bro, they have never seen a defender be better than all their favorite defenders, and that must pain them. On a serious note, all jokes aside, Van Dijk as an individual, just quickly, Van Dijk as an individual. People are gonna say I'm going off on one here, but I'm just being honest. I think Van Dijk as an individual defender, not team, individual, is better than Arsenal's best defender, than Chelsea's best defender, than City's best defender, than Man United's best defender that they've ever had in their history. I think Virgil van Dijk will go down when it's all said and done as the best defender, like just as a individual, not team accolades, because we can do it. Obviously, that's different. Probably of all time, in my opinion, anyway. There's nothing that this brother can't do, and it's scary that he's even this good after an ACL, bro. Do you know how nuts that is? Bro, he's better than Adams, individual. There's not even no debate. Better than Sol Campbell. Better than that debate. Better than Keown. Yeah? He's better than John Terry, in my opinion. And listen, I don't like John Terry, but I'll give John Terry ratings. One thing I will say about John Terry, I do think it's a little bit overhyped, the way how he used to defend, put a body in line. And I respect that. But we're talking about art of defending. John Terry can't talk to, in my opinion, Rio Ferdinand, and he can't talk to company. That's just my opinion. As an individual defender. In a team, Terry was a monster. As an individual, he was very, very good. He was sick, in fact, but I don't think he was as good. So Terry was sick, but I don't think he was as good. The only people that even come close to Van Dijk is Company and Rio. I think they are the only two that in my whole years of watching football in the Prem that can rival Virgil as an individual. Company and Rio are the only two. They're the only two in my opinion.
Well, I'm gonna do too much because that's my captain, isn't it? So I don't really care what anyone says. I'm about to do too much.
Yeah, go on.
From 17-18, from the beginning of the 17-18 season to the end of the 19-20 season, that 3-year period, Virgil van Dijk was the best centre back that's ever played football. So if you want to put whole careers together, I'm sure there's so many other players.
Say that again. You said from
the beginning of the 17-18 season to the end of the 19-20 season, Van Dijk is the best centre-back that's ever lived. His form, his consistency, and his performances combined within that 3-year stretch is the best centre-back that's ever lived.
I said ever lived.
If you want to talk about careers and longevity and all that kind of stuff, then there's so many players. Maldini, Nesta, Beckenbauer, all these absolute legends that will come into it, and they'll probably be better than Van Dijk over the
and them, man, they are serious, you know.
But if you're talking about dominance in a period, in an era, none of those men were as dominant. You had a centre-back who was the most dominant player in the game, dominating everything, playing at his pace, doing what he wanted. I don't actually think we truly appreciated it when it was happening because we started to take it for granted. Like I think we started to take Virgil for granted, and it wasn't until he got the injury when we were like, "Oh, hold on a minute, this is a madness. What are we going to do without this guy?" But if you can tell me that you remember the consistency, the dominance, and the outright superb ability of one player, because the wickedest thing is people will try and say you're chatting rubbish and rare, and that's fine. You have your opinion. But everybody you can bring me, there's still a weakness in their game somewhere. Case in point, I think Maldini is probably one of the greatest things you'll ever see in football ever. Like Maldini was just something.
No, Maldini top 3 selected. There's no debate. For me, he's top 3 selected.
Though,
yeah, go on.
He still had a weakness in his game, which was pace, right?
No, prime Maldini was quick.
You go and look at Cannavaro. Absolute
prime
world.
Maldini was quick though, G.
No, he was quick, but he wasn't super.
But he
quick.
played more left back at that time. He played more left back at that time. I will say that though.
Maldini was quick enough to be able to do his.
But he obviously wasn't as quick as Virgil, but he was quick though.
No. Well,
no, do you know what I will say? I will start. This is what
he wasn't quick. He was just.
No, do you know what I will say? What I will say is Maldini was quick enough here. Don't get twisted, prime. But what I will say is Virgil's aerial dominance was better than Maldini's. So Maldini,
but what I'm saying
wasn't great.
What I'm saying, Maldini.
But Maldini was sick.
Maldini is arguably one of the most complete defenders that's ever lived. But I still don't think he had the pace to be able to like say. I don't know who was a quick player back in the day. Say someone like Michael Owen or somebody.
But Cannavaro didn't have the stature. Like
Cannavaro didn't have the height. Do you get what I'm saying? Like every defender.
But Cannavaro's football IQ, he could read the game. Crazy.
Yeah, no. But the point I'm making is all of these men there are superb for about 90% of their game. But there's always one thing you go, it's a shame you don't have that, or it's a shame he isn't a bit better at that, or whatever. I think Virgil.
He has it all. I agree.
Zero weakness. There is zero weakness in Virgil's game. Zero. Pace, power, height, strength, intelligence. There is zero weakness in Virgil. Zero. If you can find me something that he's not good at, or not dominant at, or not at the very top at. Before the knee injury, even pace, the guy was as quick as Mane and Thuram, bro. Like, what we talking about? He had no weaknesses, bro.
No, I understand. Look, listen.
He had no weaknesses, bro.
I can't in his prime. I think he's slightly out of his prime, but he's still amazing. He's still best friend in the world. You couldn't think of one. You couldn't think of a weakness for
He
Virgil.
didn't have one, bro.
But but that's because, do you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's hard to have these conversations when the player's still playing. But what it is, you could have this take now and people think you're mad, like you say. But when it's all said and done, people will look back and go, you know what? You see, when we ain't see, it'll be 10 years from now, people go, oh, there's never been another Virgil, 20 years from now, there's never been another Virgil. Remember that guy Virgil? 20 years from now, hey, that brother was different. So I understand that. I understand it. So that's why it's a hard conversation to have when he's still playing. But one thing I will say though,
still playing or not playing, Virgil van Dijk's the best centre back that's ever played in the Premier League.
I think he should have won Ballon d'Or that year.
You can do whatever you want. Virgil van Dijk is the best centre back that's ever played in the Premier League. Done. End of conversation. I don't want to hear it.
I agree with that one.
I don't want to do anything anymore. Virgil van Dijk is the best centre back that's ever played in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, I think he's the best. And he's not even done yet.
And longevity and all this stuff. And you can do all of that. If you need to do all of that, that's fine. Virgil van Dijk is the best centre back that's ever played in the Premier League. I think when it's all said and done, he will be. The only thing that people can only use against him is that the accolades. But I'm talking about as an individual defender. I have never seen, since I've been watching football, when I was 4 or 5, a defender. And again, obviously, I'm not going to remember certain games when I was 4 or 5. But what I'm saying is, Virgil 18-19 for me is the best season from a defender I've ever seen. Ever. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't know, I watched Lilian Thuram through the 12-13 season, for example. But what I'm saying, I can only go by what I've seen. What my eyes have seen on football. And I've seen a lot of football. Trust me, I've seen a lot. Yeah? I could give away my age. I've seen from way back in the day. And
I've seen from George Weah days. You know them ones there.
The young
Tessotti. Yeah.
The young bucks will never understand this, but the old heads will. Social media and the way we get to watch football now has really, really zeroed in on so much and made football be so much more than what it is. And the scrutiny and all that kind of stuff. So we know when Van Dijk's had a bad game because they'll make sure we know with all their stats and this and that and rare and social media trying to rip into him for one bad game, etc., etc. And I can tell you as an old head, I used to watch football and there were some of these goats we're talking about who had bad games, went through bad performances or whatever. But nobody got to talk about it because there wasn't social media. The TV coverage wasn't that. I remember the days when you couldn't even really watch football because it wasn't even really on that much, or Sky was so expensive to have. Enough of us didn't even have Sky, so we had to just wait for Match of the Day. We didn't even get to watch the full games or whatever. Like back in the day, these men had bad games, had bad form. We look at it now with nostalgia, and I'm not saying they weren't great players because they were great players, but we don't know when they're poor patch of form was or when they had bad games or bad seasons because nobody remembers. It wasn't about that back then. Football was different. Now, with the scrutiny people are under with every single minute of every single day, it's different. So go back and look at people like Maldini, Cannavaro, Nesta, all these absolute legends of defenders. I guarantee you, them man had terrible seasons, terrible games, whatever, but we don't remember. Or the world wasn't like that back then. There was a lot more loyalty to players back then. If you was having a bad season, nobody wanted to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You can't even have 4 or 5 bad games in a row now, Matt, without man saying you're not good enough for the club, sell him in January. The world's gone crazy, bro. So I'm telling you, bro, it's all right. People can have their own opinion. Van Dijk is the best centre back to ever play in the Premier League.
Indeed, right, people. We're going to read out the supers. Apologies, I should have read them out earlier, and then we'll let you know what's happening for the rest of the week. People, we're done now. Fire Z Fist. Mo having same hairline as me and getting clowned for F's sake. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I told you from last year, Mo's corners were fading, blood. But man,
hairlines are overrated, man.
Right. Silver Spring. Who's your guys' penalty taker until Salah is back? I will go. Yeah, either Mac or I was gonna say Sobo, but Sobo's just in general not playing. Yeah, McAllister.
Sobo's
Yeah.
injured as well, remember?
Oh yeah, he's injured. McAllister. I agree, McAllister. Yeah, 100%. I think he's got 10 out of 11 penalties. He's got a 90% conversion rate. Yeah, yeah. John, not gonna lie, Harvey this season has been quietly cooking his passing, composure, and dribbling. Curtis Jones is becoming a proper baller. Elliot Defoe's studying Thiago. Facts, bro. Well, he has. Well, Thiago ain't doing nothing else, so you know.
Thiago's back, bro. Don't talk about him like that, bro.
But what do you mean? No, when I say, but Thiago's nearly been missing for 12 months. Do you know how mad that is? Klopp said he's got a knock. Anyway.
Matt, let me ask you something.
You go.
Does your mum or your dad really need to see your teacher to know whether you're learning or not?
Bro, what?
Or do they just see you get your good grades and they're like, yeah, the teacher did their job? Okay. It don't matter if we can't see Thiago, bro. The man's still teaching everyone, bro. Is what it is, bro.
Man said he's still teaching. Don't worry. We can't see him, but he's teaching. Bashar said, is Sobo injury bad? Because we need him with no Mo. We don't know how bad it is. Klopp has said he's got a strain, I believe, or hamstring strain. If it's a strain, I would say probably out for 2 weeks, maybe. I'm not too sure. It could be a week. I mean, James Milner was the best one. James Milner came off with a hamstring injury and played the next game. I'll never forget that. James Milner was a madman, though. Kid you not. MA, if Saudi comes for Salah in the summer for 120 mil plus, would you accept it?
No.
No?
I want Salah to get that extension.
Bro, look at the level Salah's playing at. Hell no. Is Real a choice? Judy's there. Real need a right back. I guess this is regarding Trent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest. That's the only team that really worried me. I don't think Trent will go to any Prem team. Real Madrid is the only club that I would even be worried. No, I'm not saying he will go. I'm saying that's just the only club that like.
No, I'm saying you're right about the Prem. He wouldn't play for any other Prem team. But you're right. I think Real Madrid probably is the only club that he would go to if he left Liverpool.
Yeah, and like MA just said, Judy's there. Facts.
Yeah, but them man there don't even seem to be as close as we thought they were.
Nah, bro. They're blessed, man. Trust me. Gangan Deep says, for me, is the best centre back in the last 5 to 7 years, but the elite centre backs back in the day played against better strikers, some regard as the best of all time. I agree with that. I do agree with that. That's a very good point. And that's why I said, like, until it's all said and done, that's when we will really, really know. But again, it's hard to compare eras because it's like saying, I rate Baresi, in my opinion, as one of the best defenders of all time, right? And Baresi came up against one of the best centre backs of all time as well. However, if you put Baresi in today's game, it's going to sound crazy. He might find it difficult to defend against Dominic Solanke because the game is different to how it was back then. That's why I don't like to compare eras as such. It's hard to kind of like do the whole, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Baresi couldn't lock him up, so to speak, but I'm just saying like football has changed.
It's like, for
so
example,
much more athletic than what it used to be.
I do rate as a defender. I do rate John Terry. I think John Terry was a good defender, but if you put John Terry in Liverpool's high line, he would be a fish out of water. I'm telling you that for an absolute fact.
Yeah.
Can you imagine John Terry trying to play halfway line football?
John Terry trying to play halfway line football would be like John Terry trying to play. It'll be like Titus Bramble. I don't even know. It'll be like the alter ego of Titus Bramble, fam. I'm not even joking. Something mad like that. It'd be crazy. You just wouldn't want to see it, bro. Mourinho knew.
The man them are getting at you for your Dominic Solanke thing.
I knew that, but that's what I thought I'd say. At least I know you figure out now to rile at the people. Them. Rosamunde says, love the show as always from Denmark. Big at yourself. Also, Matt, would you rather have us win the Europa League or free KFC for the rest of it? Rosa, why are you asking me that type of question there?
Answer the question now.
No, but she's asking me about football, then asking me about food.
Well, which one would you take?
Rosa, For you to survive in life, do you need football or food? I'll ask her that question. She can answer that question.
There's your answer.
What's gonna get you through life? Food or football?
There's your answer.
No, I'm just asking Rosa the question. Drone, have you seen Kimmich to City rumors? No, I haven't. But Drift, you did mention before you mentioned Kimmich to Liverpool.
There's Kimmich to Liverpool rumors, yeah.
But I've said I didn't see anything. No, I think I saw something, but yo, big up Demo, KFC, Jamaica. So I'm saying, listen, I haven't said a word, you know. All I'm saying is
right, man,
I just asked Rosa a question
over LFC, you know.
I never said that. I just asked Rosa the question. What are you gonna survive in life for the rest of your life? Are you gonna survive football for the rest of your life or food? You can only have one for the rest of your life. And
you do realize that just because
Rosa just said it's KFC for Matt. Rosa, I'm just asking you a question.
Nah, what would you pick? You made your choice, bro.
I haven't made no choice. I asked Rosa the question, but Rosa's asking me a question. Like she just basically just said, like, it's KFC for Matt, innit? I never said that, Rosa. I never said that. Look at all you lot as well. You lot are traitors, by the way. All you lot in the chat, you're traitors, bro. You're actually traitors. You think I'm not gonna pick LFC? What you think, man can't go without KFC? Are you crazy, bro?
No, free KFC,
bro. It's KFC's KFC.
That smile on your face is imagining being able.
Nah, I was gonna say if it was something like no. If it was something like maybe some jerk chicken, rice and peas or something, or some real Caribbean fried chicken, and then maybe it might be a bit of a problem. KFC for me is normal. That's normal. That's light work. I can live without KFC. So it's Liverpool.
Liverpool do the Euro quad this season.
What's that, sorry?
Liverpool do the Euro quad this season.
Yeah.
But you have to be a vegetarian for 18 months.
I'll do it, fam. For the quad, I'll do that.
Okay, cool,
I'll do it. No, man with them, I'll do it.
No, I'm happy to hear that, bro.
Rosa just said it tastes even better when it's free. Rosa, see you. You got a point though. Can't lie. Gang and Deep says if Klopp doesn't win anything between now and 2026, where would you rank him on one of the best Prem managers of all time? For me, it's 4th or 5th. Nowhere near Pep, Fergie, Jose. They were serial winners who were obsessed. Klopp needs a bit more to. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. What did you say?
No, I think it's a tough one because their resources were a lot better and the situation is a bit different. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with 4th. I'm just saying there's a lot of tangibles in the conversation, isn't it? None of them played for clubs that had restricted budgets. None of them were kind of required to overcoach. Maybe to a degree Fergie, but like they weren't like asked to like have to just like turn a piece of coal into a diamond, so to speak. Do you get what I mean? Like they were more like, I remember when Jose came back to Chelsea, for example, the man was just like, yep, I want Costa and I want Fabregas. Boom, got them. And it was just like Klopp's never been in a position where he can just demand top players like that and he just gets it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one.
Yeah, no, it is. Some of you guys gonna be joking, so I swear down.
If I'm not mistaken, hasn't Klopp been to more Champions League finals than Jose? Champions League, he's only been to 2, right? He won them both, but he's only been to
17, 18, 19, 17, 18, 18, 19, the quad one. So Klopp's been to 3, innit? No, Dortmund 4.
Klopp's been to 4. Fergie's been to 4. Klopp's been to 4. Guardiola's been to 3. Jose's been to 2.
Hold on, did Klopp win? Klopp did no, but Klopp lost the Champions League final though, innit?
No, I didn't say win it. I said how many.
Yeah. I listen, I'll be honest, yeah. This is gonna sound. It's such a shame we didn't make Champions League. Do you want to know so crazy? I genuinely feel like with how we're playing right now, I actually think we might win. We would potentially win the Champions League. You know, obviously we can only try and win Europa, but it actually frustrates me that we're not in Champions League. It really, really does frustrate me because I know this team
We
is
would be
more
one
than
of the
good enough.
favourites.
We would be. Because we're more than good enough. More than good enough.
You know what? If we was in the Champions League, bro, I'm not gonna lie. There isn't anybody that would really scare me.
Say it again.
If we were in the Champions League, there isn't anybody that would really scare me. Like in my opinion, and I'm not just saying this because we're not in it, even though people are saying being salty. I actually think this is the weakest, poorest level quality-wise I've ever seen in the Champions League. Any team who's not really capable of winning a real Champions League should try and win it now, this year. It's like, bro, the Champions League, it's kind of
not
weak.
The same, innit? Yeah, it's not the same. Not the same.
Like, even if you look at Real Madrid as somebody who's always seen as like a team that's like should dominate the Champions League.
Yeah.
Like, in the group stages, weren't it bare last minute winners and all that? Like they were kind of struggling.
That, if I'm being honest, the way how Real Madrid are constructed this season, do you know how well they're actually doing without a recognized striker? Fam, do you know what they play? They play either a 4-1-2-1-2, or they play a 4-4-2. Bro, they've been doing, and even the diamond as well, bro. They've been playing Bellingham left mid and playing Vinny. Even today they played. I saw a bit of their game. They played today. Yeah, they played Vinny and Rodrigo up front because they got no striker, and they're still top of the Liga. And I know people will say the Liga's watered down red tear. However, if you just watch Real Madrid, bro, they are still a scary team. Because what it is
I don't know if I say scary, bro.
No, bro. Do you want to know why? They got match winners, bro. You think they got match winners? Listen to the match winners that they have.
I know that.
But that's why they're scary. Kroos is a match winner. Modric is a match winner. Vinny's a match winner. Rodrigo's a match winner. Bellingham's a match winner. Bro, you think Kroos couldn't score a free kick in a dying minute? Bro, Kroos couldn't lang off a shot, you know?
No, I'm not saying he can't, but he's not a match winner. I wouldn't call him a match winner.
Bro, in my opinion,
somebody who kind of does.
No, but when I say match winner, Kroos could play that final pass just like Modric. Modric can do the Trivela. Kroos can do the whole cut across the book. Bro, these people are match winners, bro. It's not even about like as a unit, like how they are. I'm telling you from now, bro. What makes Real Madrid right now is the individuals that they have can just at one moment do an absolute madness, bro. Madness. I'm telling you, bro.
Well, I'm telling you now.
And Bellingham is moving. Listen, I won't even talk about Bellingham.
I hate to say this out loud. If Real Madrid come up against the English teams, they're out.
The only team that can stop them is Man City, though.
Arsenal and City will both beat Real Madrid.
Excuse me? You think Arsenal will beat Real Madrid?
Over 2 legs, yeah, I do.
No. What are you talking about?
I do.
What?
I do.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I think
Arsenal can't beat Fulham
over 2 legs.
No, and I'm not even trying to discredit Arsenal from what they've done. I'm telling you from now.
Don't just look at Arsenal's form in the last couple of games.
I know. That's what I was gonna say, bro. City are the only team that can do anything, in my opinion, to Real Madrid. Arsenal would give it a go because, but what if you understand? Real Madrid in Champions League, yeah, when the bright lights are on, we found out the hard way. We thought we were better than Real Madrid on so many various occasions. We're like, they're good, but we know, bruv, Real Madrid, they live and breathe this thing. It's in them. It's ingrained in them.
Can I say something? Was the only reason why they won all those games, right? He's not there.
You telling me Ancelotti's not one of the godfathers of all time? No, you're up against Pep Guardiola. I mean, yes, I said Pep. Arteta.
But Benzema.
What, they're going to invert Zinchenko against Real Madrid?
He ain't there anymore.
Valverde. But they're going to invert Zinchenko.
I'm not saying they don't have good players. But what I'm saying is, across 2 legs, in my opinion, Arsenal beat Real Madrid.
No, they would not, bro. I respect your opinion, but I don't think they do. Real Madrid are too good for them. They've got too many weapons. They got too many. What, bro? When I say, let me say this, yeah. The coach is a legend. The coach is still coaching. Yeah? We know this already. Godfather, yeah. Listen to what I'm about to say to you now. We can only go by what we're seeing right now, obviously. And I know Arsenal have been in bad form, but I don't want to discredit them. I'm going to say Arsenal, like, just for the last 18 months, have improved dramatically. But the Arsenal that we're seeing recently, not even just 2 games, but just say this year, Real Madrid, with all their injuries, would still be able to cope. I'm telling you from now, even in defense. Do you know how many defenders that centre backs they're missing? Imagine this. I would back Real Madrid over a two-legged tie against Arsenal, and today they play Tchouaméni at centre back because not Rudiger, Alaba's got an ACL, Militao's got an ACL, and I would still back Real Madrid. How about that?
All right.
Bruv, Tony Cruz, Modric, Valverde, Rodrigo, Vinny Jr., bruv, Bellingham, bruv. Jesus. You think Arsenal can talk to them boy there?
We'll see, innit? Because they'll probably have to play. They'll probably have to play them.
I really hope that they play, you know. I really hope so. And listen, bro, if you're right, you know me, I'll say, you know what, Drift, I was wrong. I thought they were better than what I thought they were. But in my opinion, I think the only team that can talk to Real Madrid is Man City. Man City are the only team in English football, obviously, because they're obviously doing it. We're not in it, but they're the only team.
Did Arsenal beat Man City?
Oh, is that what we're doing?
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, Arsenal beat Man City, but we said two-leg tie. In fact, let's just say it's a final. I'm not putting out because Arsenal beat them once in the first time in how many years?
If it was a final, I'd probably be more leaning on the Real Madrid thing because obviously
two legs even better for Real Madrid.
But I think the two legs is how Arsenal would be able to beat them.
Bro,
we'll see in it. We'll see if they get to play each other.
I really hope they do, you know. I'm telling you now.
Man City's the only team in Europe that I have like confidence will stop Arsenal.
Man City are the only team that can beat Real Madrid from England, bro.
Possibly Bayern Munich
right now in the league.
Yeah, we'll see, innit?
What you think? What's Gabriel Jesus gonna do? Gabriel Jesus, you know.
They got
why there? That's crazy.
We'll see.
All jokes aside, do you think Gabriel Jesus could do anything against Real Madrid?
Look, we'll talk in a few months and you'll see the method to my madness. Remember this point, and then when we speak in a couple of months' time, you'll see the method to my madness, all right?
Do you remember the method to my madness when I said Bellingham is a madman? And you telling me Sobo, and I rate Sobo. You know Sobo's my favorite Liverpool player, but I'm just saying. Remember I told you about Bellingham though? I told you Bellingham's a madman. He's a madman, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Bellingham is a madman, fam. The mentality is different. The mentality, and again, Sobo's in his worst form. But all I was saying to you though, Bellingham is fake. Just saying. Bellingham's fake.
We'll see, innit?
Demo said El Neni off the bench. Oh, Joyce. Maybe that last two supers. Adnan, much love. By Kimmich, expensive or Paulinho cheaper?
I don't think Paulinho would be cheaper than Kimmich because Kimmich is going to be on the last year of his contract. So I think you can get him.
I think Paulinho would be cheaper because younger though as well, innit? And contract.
Paulinho is maybe a year older than Kimmich, or they're the same age.
Is it?
Yeah, Kimmich is about 27. Something like that.
I thought Kimmich was like 29 or something, you know.
He might be.
Let me see.
I know he ain't I know he's at the end of his 20s.
Oh, he's 28. So Kimmich is 28.
Oh, so they're exactly the same age.
So they're the same age then. Yeah, because I think Paulinho is 27, 28. Who would you rather go for? Kimmich or Paulinho? If you had a choice.
Kimmich is absolutely by far the better player. I think maybe Paulinho might be better suited to what we need though.
That's what I was gonna say. I think if you just want like a DM that can just break up lines and stop attacks, I'd rather go Paulinho. But Kimmich is the better footballer. But as a sole pivot in the Prem, I'm picking Paulinho. You know, even though Kimmich is better overall. That's what I would say personally. He'll better suit Liverpool better.
That is Paulinho to Bayern and then Kimmich to Man City. That's what a lot of people.
Oh, right.
I don't know if they're actually going off of what they've been told, or if they're using common sense, because that does seem like a very logical thing to happen, isn't it? So we'll see.
Yeah.
And apparently, Andre's going to Fulham on loan.
On loan. I knew they couldn't agree the fee though. There was talks they couldn't agree the fee. So if he's going there on loan, that's going to be interesting. But that still could leave us in the race, but I don't see that how that happening now. Big up Fast Food Podcast TV. Big up yourself, bro. Happy New Year's, my brothers. Big up yourself, brother. Happy New Year to you, brother, and to you and your family, brother. Trust me. Big up each and every time, man. But yeah, people, listen, we're gonna end the show here. Listen, it was a Monday night show on a Wednesday. Call it Wednesday night, sure. We'll be back either tomorrow or Friday. We've got the preview for the Arsenal game against Liverpool versus Arsenal, in the cup. We'll be there for that as well. I think the game's on, is it Sunday, Jeff? 4:30, I think. Sunday kickoff, I think it is.
Yeah.
So we'll be there for the watch along as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the socials as well, because obviously we'll let you know firsthand when we'll be going. When we'll be doing the preview. Like I said before, people, that'll be tomorrow or Friday. We're just sorting that out as we speak. Happy New Year to if I haven't said that to certain people already, because I maybe haven't seen you guys as well. But yeah, man, hope everyone has a blessed New Year. We're only 3 days into it, you know what I'm saying? Big up to everybody. There's something else I was gonna say about something. Is something one of our was it one of our shows or something? I can't remember it now. But listen, people, love for the love as always.
Hey, was it a message to Arsenal about trying to get Curtis Jones?
It might have been still.
Okay. If I'm reading your mind, then it was.
Go suck your mother. Me ready for one hour no ramp with me and see me now. Lush on the face, pussy. Big up, go suck your mama.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. I think it was. And if Arsenal ever thought about bidding, it was something like.
Come them big in your mama. Go suck your mama. Me ready for run down your blood clot and gunshot you in this.
Yeah, something like that. Still, something like that. You know, the ones there, bro. But yo, big up to the chat as always, man. It's been a great show. Big up to everyone that's watching. Big up to everybody that will watch it in the future. If you're watching this on a later thing, if you wasn't able to watch it live. But no, man, it's been a great show as always. Liverpool top of the league. The only issue we have is Salah going Afcon. We have to just hope that we can cope with that. You get me? I think we can. I think we'll be all right. I think we can get through those games that Salah will be missing for. And Endo, let me not disrespect and Endo, because Endo's obviously going to the Asian Cup as well. So big up to those guys. I hope they in fact, you know, a lot of people say like, I want Salah to get knocked out, rare tear, so he can come back early. I just want Salah to just do the best that he can, man. You know, them ones there. I don't want to do the whole sacrifice Salah so we can. I understand we're Liverpool, but I don't want to take away what my man's got his ambitions for Egypt. So
have you seen when he's due back though? If they make it,
I haven't. No, is it peak?
The 10th of February.
Okay, maybe I might have to change what I just said. Teko, whose mid is better drift? Valverde, Modric, Tchouaméni versus Rice, Odegaard, Kai Havertz. Who's got for Arsenal? Rodrigo versus Zinchenko. Vinny versus Ben White. Too much quality in Madrid.
No, I agree with you lot as
football's a funny old game though, because it doesn't always work. But I know what he means.
Football's about team effort though as well. Do you get what I mean? So it's not just about that.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not just about individuals though. But
the finals on the 13th. Sorry, so it's after that. When I saw the thing, maybe it's because we play on the 10th. Then maybe so. All I know is, bro, is that he will be missing for a very long time if they get to the final. So. Teke, one thing I will say, bro, is we'll talk. You lot will see the method to my madness if we ever have to have this conversation, and then we'll see what I'm
bro.
Just stamp this, and then it'll all be explained.
I'll be ready for that conversation because that.
Remember, like I'm genuinely being serious. Everybody,
I'm being deadly serious.
Everybody remember, and it will be explained.
If Arsenal get thump up, which I expect them to, if they play them, what are you going to say then?
I'll explain at the time, innit?
Oh, okay. You're just going to say. Well, I thought they were better than what I thought.
No. Don't second guess. Just wait and we'll see. Innit?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, fam. That one might be techie for you still. I can't even lie. I mean, again, football's football, but I don't see it. I don't see it. What's this? Oh no, I just read this one. But yeah, man, listen, people, love for love as always. Like I said, look out for the socials. We'll let you know when we're back live, when new content will be going out. And listen, man, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Team Kopish. You know what time it is. Giving you that Liverpool content each and every time. Make sure you go and do that, people. Support the channel. All them things there. But yeah, man, hope everyone's having a blessed new year. You know what I'm saying? Only 3 days in, but we move. And yeah, Drift, you go.
I think Teke said one more for Drift, but nothing's come through. I'm thinking, is there?
I think that was the last one before the one I just read. Yeah. But yeah, Drift, anything to say before we take the people out, bro?
No, love to everyone. Big up everyone. Smash the like button. We'll see you tomorrow or Friday, most likely tomorrow, for the preview. We got to play the bloody Arsenal again, which I hate because we got to play them 3 times in like 2 weeks or something stupid. So we've already played them once, obviously, and then we got them again like back to back. So it's a bit of a madness, but we'll see what we'll see what we can do. Innit? We'll see what we can do. What I will say though is, I would sacrifice the FA Cup win against Arsenal for a league win against Arsenal. So if you're gonna beat Arsenal, I'd rather we won. If you're only gonna beat them once, I'd rather beat them in the league than the cup.
I hear that. Big up Beijing says Matt Lee is not welcome back to support. Oh, he's not welcome back. He can say he supports Liverpool, but he knows he ain't welcome back. He knows the slander was too mad. So yeah,
we're not like that as a fan base. Come on, Beijing.
No, we are with leader.
We'll let. He's not allowed to come back into the fan base, leave, and then never come back again. Then, but one mistake, we'll let him back in after one mistake.
No, we're not dealing with anything there in about us. Big up Lee, as always, man. We got Lee, man.
Look,
but now, people.
Look, guys, I'm not saying I don't want to beat Arsenal. I want to beat Arsenal every single time we play them. I'm just giving you a scenario of like, you know, if you're going to play against the team, how many times would you want to beat them, or would you want, or, you know, I'm just playing the law of averages here, you know? That's all I'm saying. I'm just playing the law of averages. So, plus, the longer our competitors for the league are in other competitions, the more distracted and fatigued they get, the better of an opportunity it gives us to win the league, right? Arsenal and Man City going deeper into competitions means they've got more to think about, more games to rotate, etc., etc. So all I'm saying is, would it be the worst thing in the world if they continued in the FA Cup while we had a week off every time the FA Cup plays? And that's not me saying I don't want to win the cup. Of course I want to win the cup. But I'm saying, for the greater good, would you lot not sacrifice the FA Cup to have?
I ain't sacrificing. No, I'm going in there to win every game. And if we lose, we lose. I'm going there to win every freaking thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what I'm on. I'm on this thing of like, they were talking the wickedest, yeah? I want to go Emirates and smoke them. I want to smoke them.
No, I hear you. But let's jog before we sprint.
I understand that. So all your Arsenal, man, just be ready. All of you. And I don't know what's going to happen because it's the cup. I don't know how many changes, but I want to beat them.
No, of course I want to beat them. That goes without saying, bro.
So I don't really. I know what you're saying for the greater good, but I'm not even. Do you know what it is? I would have said that stuff last year, fam. You see, this year, yeah, they were talking the most smack. Liverpool are done. All this crap. I'm like, nah, bruv. You know what we're going to do now? We're taking everything. Bruv, we're around. We're around.
Does the game go to a replay if it's a draw?
I don't know, but I don't want it to be a draw. I'm
just wondering if it goes to penalties at this stage of the competition, or if it goes to a replay.
I'm not too if I'm honest, I'm not too sure. I'm so tired of like doing the whole like, yeah, bro. You see, this year, because everybody wrote us off here and thought we were.
It goes to penalties. Okay.
Everyone said top 4.
Oh, a couple
You'd be
people
lucky
have
to
said
get
it
top
recently.
4. Shut up about top 4. We're top of the freaking league. I don't know how long we're gonna be there for, but we're there right now, so we can talk, bro. Yeah, we can talk.
If the game's a draw, we bring it back to Anfield, but it's an extra game though.
And even if they beat us at the Emirates, we're still top of the league, so it don't matter because I want that prem. But if we can, I want us to win everything.
No, of course. But all right, let me just ask you a quick
No,
question.
but you're doing the whole. If I could pick, I ain't picking. I'm not taking
No.
gambles.
I
want absolutes. I want everything, bro. No, seriously. I'm gonna bro. I'm gonna.
No, bro.
I'm in a vibe of
Just hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah, go on.
When we went all the way and just fell at the final hurdle in the quad chasing season, we played 60.
I understand now.
Games.
Yeah.
Considering we're in a semi-final with a League Cup, if we can navigate Fulham, we are in the final of the Carabao Cup. So we're already on course to play the same amount of games if we were to win the FA Cup and we were to win the Europa League or go all the way in the Europa
I want
League.
everything, bro.
No, but Matt, did history not teach anybody though that 64 games in a season?
That's one season.
Is such a madness.
It's one season.
No, but look what happened the following season.
Bro, do you know what it is? You know when you cherry pick, things can go wrong.
You're putting the players through so much.
When you cherry pick, things can go wrong. And I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'm not.
What you're saying isn't wrong. What you're saying isn't wrong. What I'm saying is you go for everything, and if you miss out on certain things, then you miss out. But if we don't have that mentality of like go for everything and mush out everybody, I'm worried that we might be a little bit too soft. I don't want that, bro.
No, all I'm saying is
pause. By the way,
all I'm saying is it is very difficult to get us a team ready for the season afterwards when you play 64 games in that season. We saw what happened.
I understand that, yeah.
And the other thing I'm saying is our squad probably isn't ready for a 64 game season. So all I'm saying is I want to win everything. Of course I do. But if there's one competition, considering we're in a semi-final of the League Cup, that I'm willing to sacrifice, it would be the 4th round of the FA Cup. So I say that to say this. I'm resting a couple man in that FA Cup game against Arsenal. That's what I'm getting at. I'm resting a couple man in that game.
No, we're gonna rest players in it because it's the cup. But what I'm saying is the mentality.
No, because it's Arsenal. I don't think we will. But I would personally.
Bro.
I wouldn't play Ali. I wouldn't play Virgil. I wouldn't play Trent. I would rest some of our key players in that game.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm mashing them up.
I wouldn't play Gomez. I'd play one. I'd play Chambers or one of the youth men at left back. I'm not playing Joey.
Pause. I want to beat them, bro. Pause. I do. Like,
so do I.
Arsenal are the most frustrating fan base in the world. I can't remember what to go into. The tangents are crazy, but if it wasn't Arsenal, I might kind of like. But because it's them, and they were talking the wickedest when they were top, the wickedest. Nah, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna let their foolishness,
bro,
draw me into a.
It's not about draw, bro. What I'm saying
it's about
is,
the greater good, bro.
We have an opportunity to do what no one thought we would ever do: win the Prem. For starters, bruv, nobody, no rival gave us any time of day. Bruv, I've got brethren that are Arsenal fans. Yeah, he knows who he is. He's watching. If he should be watching. My man said to me, one of my brethren, he goes, yeah, I'm not going to lie. I predicted start of the season. You man won't even make top 4. I said, what? Bruv, we drew with them. And I said, are you going to take that back now? Where we're in the league? He's like, you will think it's still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. And I ain't seen him for a minute, yeah? I ain't seen him for like a week or so, yeah? Bro, since then, they've lost 2 games. And my man thought we weren't going to make top 4, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? These Arsenal, man, I've got a lot of Arsenal friends, bro. You do know who they are. They watch the show, bro.
No, I hear you. But I'm not
see you guys. You know who you are, bro.
I'm not letting the
we're gonna talk.
I'm not letting the noise from the Arsenal fan base let me be clouded in my judgment of the greater good.
No,
You know
but
what I'm
Drift, you're
saying?
being too soft on them. You're
Do you
being
know
too soft.
Arsenal's basically the puppy that's in the litter, that's the one running up his mouth. But if you know anything about dogs, the one running up his mouth is the insecure one. You wanna, if you're picking a puppy,
So
pick the
break
one
it up
sitting,
then.
pick the puppy in the corner that's chilling, calm, casual,
Yeah,
sitting there.
break it
'Cause
up
that's
same
the real
way.
bad man. Don't pick the ones going, yeah, 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 yeah. Don't pick
Yeah, the
that one. That's the
Chihuahua thing. I
insecure one,
understand
bro.
that. But I'm saying I want to teach them
So
a
let
lesson.
them man there run their mouth all the time, bro. Run them out all the time because it's insecurities within their fan base, bro.
I
Let them
understand
do
that.
it. It's not clouding my judgment on what's the greater good, bro. And the greater good is winning the Premier League, bro. So if I want Liverpool to win the Premier League, I don't want to prioritize the FA Cup.
No, it's
I
not about
want
prioritizing.
to
I've
win
never
the
said
Premier
no.
League.
What I'm saying is, you just try and you go, bro. We're not in a position, in my opinion, where we can prioritize because again, we're ahead of where we should be. If we're being realistic, we're ahead of where we should be. And because we're ahead of where we should be, and I do think we've caught people by surprise because we've kind of gone under the radar. It's only now we're being noticed. We didn't even get noticed when we beat Newcastle, yeah, with 10 men, yeah. People just like, yeah, you got a lucky victory, bro. That was the first sign I said to myself, well, no, we're there, you know. But I just didn't say it out loud. I just didn't say nothing. There's certain things that I've seen from us this season where I'm like, we're there. I'm just not gonna say it live. I'm not gonna say it, bro. We're there, and you want to know something? We're allowed to say we're there. We're Liverpool, you know. We ain't always got to do this underdog mentality and go, we're gonna pick this thing and red, bruv. I want to win everything we can. Do you want to know why?
Yeah, I agree.
Football's a funny old
If
game. I don't want to cherry pick because when we done the cherry pick thing, and even then we didn't even cherry pick in that quad season. To be fair, we didn't really. We kind of went and tried to do everything. But that's what you try and do. You try and win everything you can and see what you end up with. I know what you're
let me
saying.
give
At
you
the
an
detriment for
example.
the Prem, would you sacrifice something? In that regard, yeah, maybe. If you said to me right now, you're definitively going to win the Prem if you sacrifice something, then yeah. But what I'm saying is that's not realistic. So what I am going to say to you is, I want to win every rotted trophy there is, bro. Like, bro,
No,
I'll be honest.
bro.
Arsenal have wound me up this season.
No, bro, I totally
I've
agree.
woken up, blood. I'm
totally
awake.
agree with you. I totally agree with you. But what I'm saying is, with a logical head on, I'm not playing some key players in that game because I'm protecting them for the bigger picture. That's all I'm saying. Remember, the Arsenal game is sandwiched between the semi-final of the League Cup. If you're in a semi-final,
Tell him again, Carl. Tell him again, please.
If you're in a
Speak to your
semi-final,
brethren, fam.
yeah. No, if you're in a semi-final, I think the priority is reaching the
Big up,
final over reaching the next round of the cup. Remember,
I know what you mean.
if I'm not mistaken, there's 7 rounds of the FA Cup from the 4th round. Yeah.
Yeah.
7 games or 6 games, 6 or 7 games to win it. That's a lot of extra football. That, yeah, we do it, great. But I'm just saying, I'm prioritizing. We got no Mo and no Endo, for an example. I'm not playing McAllister against Arsenal because we've already got Endo gone. Do you get my point? I'm not playing Gomez when we've already got Tsimikas and Robertson injured. Like, I'm just saying there's some priorities that need to be made. And the priority is the Premier League. So look, if people disagree with me, that's fine. But like EMP said, if somebody gets injured in that FA Cup game against Arsenal, then don't moan.
Why would you even say that, though, bro?
Because you have to think
why are
about it.
Why are you gonna bring up injuries and them?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you have to think about these things.
Man said, if you don't want to believe me, wait till someone gets injured.
No, I didn't. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, bro, you kind of did a bad thing. You basically said, if you don't hear me, yeah, when someone gets injured, don't talk to man. When I tell you, you kind of did one of them once there, bro. You did. You kind of bro. You kind of did the whole.
No.
If someone gets injured, yeah, remember I told you, fam. Well, no, I'm joking. All I'm saying is this. I know what
I'm just saying there's a couple men that I would be giving a rest in this game. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that. Listen, and if I'm being honest, I don't think we're going to go full strength. There will be changes, in my opinion. I think there will be. There will be some slight changes.
I know, Cal. Waiting.
Angry blood. They saying, the blood clot belts in my drifty. All of them. They got Kai said they want Harley belts. Them.
You know what? If Thiago's fit for that game, real talk, Thiago's going straight in there.
Yeah, no, bro. Listen, we've got injuries. There's no denying that. And all I'm saying is, and this is where I just think where we are right now.
Good point, Virgil. Rotate, not rest. I'll rotate. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna naturally rotate anyway. I think we'll rotate anyway, if I'm being honest. But the mentality remains the same. I don't want Klopp to think I'm gonna rest all the first teamers because this doesn't mean as much as the Prem. I want him to make rotation because I don't want players to get injured, but I want him to still go for the kill.
Yeah, I want to win the game. Of course, I want to win the game.
You know what I'm saying? So, listen, it's not going to be an easy game. It's at their ground. It's never easy when you go to their ground. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being realistic as well. Football's football, but what I'm saying is this, though. I just think, I mean, top of the league right now. I know Man City still got a game to play. They can be 2 points behind us. But
no, sorry. Liverpool told fans the G. He's talking about Thiago. So you finally get the Bentley back from the shop. You definitely take that out for a spin.
100. No, you do though. He's right.
He's
right.
Thiago definitely played against Arsenal if he's ready, bro. 100%.
Yeah, if he's ready, he'll play, bro. 100. So, yeah, man. But now, people, listen, love for love as always. I know we're on a bit of a tangent. We're supposed to end the show, you know, like about half an hour ago. Man was ready to press that button, pause, and then we just started talking about how much we dislike Arsenal still. It's mad. It's mad. It gets like that at times because what you gotta understand is last season, everybody tried to say we're done. We're done. And don't get me wrong, when you're annoyed, you say certain things. You might say certain players are done. We've all said that we've all gone there, it gets heated, yeah. But one thing we never did as a fan base collectively, none of us ever sat there and went, Liverpool are done and Jurgen Klopp needs to leave and Retete. Yes, you might have doubted him. No, hear me, because I know there's some
there were some people that was definitely.
No, I know there were certain people, but some people there have actually gone, I was wrong, and fair play to them. Because again, emotional, you're hurt. You're seeing your team get
they don't get up
by
with
Wolves and them thing there.
No. If you told my manager he should not be in this club, you don't get away with that easy, bro.
Well, then
you don't get away with that easy.
You better speak to them people.
You don't get away with that easy.
Speak to them then.
Yeah, let's round them all up, bro. I'll talk to them individually, bro. There is no way you got away with saying Klopp out by just being able to go, oh, my bad. What?
Speak to them, fam.
What?
I ain't even got the energy for that. Do you know I ain't got the energy for that? Not because I'm letting them off the hook, it's because
if you ever said Klopp out,
I'll do. Do you know what? I'll do that at the end of the season because you see this season right now, man's fully focused. I want to go forward. I ain't got time to go back and look at the people that said I want him gone or whatever. But I think if I'm being honest though, there wasn't many people that said they want him gone. A lot of people saying they'll give him a certain amount of time though, not gone. If I'm not mistaken.
No. That was.
Did someone literally say they want him gone in that moment? And I'm being serious when I say this.
Out was actually a thing, bro.
But people are moving mad, fam. I just don't think people ate their breakfast that morning because that's crazy. It's wild.
How can you not remember Klopp out?
I remember there was a small.
That, bro?
No. I remember there was a small section.
No. It weren't small, bro. It weren't small, bro. It was.
I went on that boat, so I can't really speak for them, boy.
Madness that was going on, bro.
I can't speak for them, boy. I won't even.
When you say certain man said he's got a certain amount of time, yeah, there was a couple people. I know one of them that was saying that he's already held his licks for that, but. That's a different thing, isn't it?
Boy, I wasn't here for that still. Everyone knows that I was never on that boat, train, car, whatever you want to say. I was not there.
Man, them told me I was making bare excuses for him and rare.
I wasn't there, blood.
All right. My manager. I told everyone.
I said, no, but all jokes aside though. Listen, man, you know, all jokes aside, we can revisit that at the end of the season because you see right now though, when I say I'm on a mission this year to win, I want us to win everything. I ain't even got time to look back. Obviously, we'll look back, but You know what I mean? Like, I just want to look forward. I want to try and win every game, bro. Every game. You see all the people that doubted us, especially I'm talking about the rivals. The rivals, bruh. Drift, this is for you, you know. I don't know if it's bro.
No. That's for the people in the chat.
Oh.
Because
How is LFCB saying Callum and Matt? Bro, are you all right? To put my name there. Are you all right? Are you all right, bro? I know the people are just winding my nut, but are you all right? About I say Klopp out. What day, fam? You must be mad. Never been Klopp out. Are you crazy? I questioned him and said he's doing things wrong, but never, ever said Klopp out. Ever. Can't find a video for them thing there.
All I know. And I mean, the wickedest thing is as well, it doesn't even have to be a conversation out loud. If you within yourself felt like Klopp weren't good enough anymore, even if that was how you felt, then I'm still a bit disappointed.
Cal addressed that for the people.
Because Cal knows that I know he wasn't Klopp out.
He questioned him like how I questioned him. We questioned him.
The people in the chat that were saying,
here's the thing: some people are marginal in a sense of like, if something happens, it's like people just want you to do the whole just turn a blind eye, act like nothing happened. We're allowed to question things, but one thing I've said is, like I've just explained, if you went fully to the other side, then boy, that's you, innit? That's you, innit? So
I'm just, like I said, even if you felt it within your soul and you never said it out loud, that you felt
LFCB, I beg you just rest, bro, please. I don't want to block you. I beg you just rest yourself. I'm just gonna say it one last time. I beg you just rest.
Questioning is not the same as
cheeky. Rest yourself. But no, I said, you Bayesian. Big up Bayesian.
I weren't even Bayesian. That's how you know I'm a virgin. I weren't gonna call names. I weren't gonna say nothing, bro. I weren't never gonna call no name. I weren't gonna call no name.
Yeah, there's so much. You know what? There's so much things that I could talk about what the people have said here, but I can't afford to go do a back and forth. I genuinely can't. There's so much things that certain people have said, and they're saying that you are cowardly. This is about the people, what people used to say. It's actually wild, bro.
I said it at the time.
Like I said, I ain't focusing on them things there. At the end of the season, I'll draw up my report, and when I say it to you, people might not like my report because I might bring names in there. And you know Jamal's got the receipts.
Hey, Bayesian, blaming it on the Oh man, big up, baby.
Oh, my days.
But look, we're here now. It is what it is. We move in it. I'll have to just go for them old Caribbean parent styles. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Facts, man. Facts. Listen, people, listen. Again, Jamal is for hire. Nah, Jamal's a bad man when it comes to them thing there.
Matt, I'll let you answer this one.
Question: if Klopp doesn't win anything this season, does he get an extension? Yeah, because he's in the first part of his rebuild, and he's already shown that he can take us to the new level. That's not even like a hard question. That would be a tough question if, say, we were like in 8th. All right, you know what? If we were Man United, that's when I'll be like, ooh. Because that's me being real. But we're in first place. The rebuild is rebuilding. When we're far from the finished article and we're in first. No one gave us a shot at the league. We still might not win the league. However, we are ahead of schedule, and that's because of our world-class manager. And let me also give another man props as well. Pep Linders. He got a lot of slack for this book thing. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of us are saying the tactics have changed, rare tear. Can't go under the radar that Pep Linders is kind of doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were criticizing him. We all were criticizing him.
Well,
everyone in the chat was criticizing him. Everybody. So give Pep Linders his flowers as well. Because Pep Linders, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people saying the invert thing don't work. And it might not be perfect, but it's working for the most part. So we got to be honest, people. Pep Linders has also done his role as well. And rightly so, we were right to question him at that time because things didn't look right last season. But we also have to give man his praise as well. And I feel like we don't do that enough. We're very quick to slate people. And then when they do well, we just don't really say nothing. We just don't really, because we don't want to do the whole my bad. I'm a grown-up. I can do a my bad. I've done my bad how many times this season already? It's just being grown, isn't it? No one's perfect. No one's always right.
Until he retires, in my opinion. So
yeah, man. You just got to do a my bad sometimes. Sometimes it's okay to say my bad. Like, it's like if you say a my bad, people are going to be like, oh, I don't trust anything that he says anymore. Bro, everyone's a human being, man. And Pep Linders is a human being, and he done his thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'll ask the Arsenal people a question before we go, because we are going to sign off now. If Arteta doesn't win anything this season, does he get an extension? Answers in the comments.
Facts.
Because apparently he's the second coming of Jesus, right? Mikel can't do anything wrong, Arteta. So I'm just asking, if he doesn't win anything this season, does he get an extension? Answers in the comments.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. But people, listen. We're actually going to sign off here. Like I said before, smash that like button. Team Kop-Ish, you know what time it is. Stay tuned for the socials when we'll be back live. And I'll be, like we said, either tomorrow or Friday for the preview for the Arsenal game. And yeah, man, listen, it's been a great show as always. And I appreciate you guys rocking with us on a Wednesday, because no, it's not our normal Wednesday show, but you know what I'm saying, we couldn't miss out on the Monday night show. I know we played on Monday, but we said, you know what, we can't miss out on the Monday night show. We've got to do this in the next day. You know what I'm saying? It's one of our favorite shows. So yeah, man, love for the love as always, people. Until we see you again, it's your boy man like Matt. It's Drifty. And again, people, Happy New Year, and we'll see you again soon. Love.
Peace.